morning, football fans, wherever you are across our worldwide network. Welcome to the 4th edition of what we call the rivalry game between the Heritage Eagles and the St. Joseph Eagles. Before we get going, let's go back to November 17th, 2023. 44 seconds remaining in the game. Heritage Christian goes up 58-54.
Yeah, we got plenty of time left. Yep. For number
well,
three.
We've seen the Eagles score in 17 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't against Heritage.
It was interesting, that whole series right there. I think Coach Shipman was
about burning time
trying to burn time off the clock.
Well, you can expect an onside kick again.
Give us the ball at the 50? I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
No, you want to try and get it. That onside kick has been working so good for him.
Oh, boy, I don't know.
You get the ball, the game is over.
I know. I don't want to kick it to 3 back here.
They're stacking it to the right. So the onside kick is on as they put all their players on the right side of the field. There it is. It's a long kick, and it's going to go out of bounds, and the penalty on top of that. Okay, Coach Castellea just had like 2 words for Mishler. And he walked, it was like a drive-by coaching. He just came by, said 2 words to him, and that was it.
It ain't over.
1st and 15, might as well be 1st and goal though for the Eagles. 44 ticks remaining on the clock. He's gonna take off to the right. He's gonna run, he's gonna fake it, he's gonna go down, and he's going to stay in bounds.
You have to hurry up here. Plenty of time.
25 seconds remaining. There's the snap. There's the pitch. They're spying on Mishler. He's going to throw the ball.
Go, 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 Jackson. Hurry up, hurry up.
13 seconds.
You got to stop the clock and move the chains.
They stop the clock at 12. And they down the ball.
Smart play. Smart play.
Down the ball with 8 seconds remaining on the clock.
What a play by Jackson Carey there. What a run.
Ball on the 15-yard line. And that was a smart play because Jackson Carey hasn't had the ball that much. He got some fresh legs.
They just took 2 more seconds off the clock.
Oh, they put 10 back on.
Oh, 10 back on. Okay,
yeah.
okay. All right.
2 back on to 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know if they got one more play after this. I think this might be it.
Maybe.
8 seconds remaining. 10 seconds, excuse me. Jackson Carey is going to get the snap. Mishler in the backfield. 3 receivers out to the right. This is for the ball game.
Throw it.
Pass into the end zone.
Got it! Yeah! Yeah!
Woo!
Hutka.
Brian Hutka.
Wow, what a play. What a play. That was the season right there. Wow.
Holy smokes.
Wow.
Mark Mishler to Brian Hutka. They don't even have to kick the extra point, but they will. 60-58.
Man.
What a game. What a call. Cool, collected St. Joseph's Eagles on that drive with 44 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
And the kick is good. 62-58 with 2 seconds remaining in the game.
Amazing.
Heritage is going to get 1 play for their season as Coach Shipman has coached this game all the way down to the final play of the game. Tremendous job by him as the Heritage Christian Eagles walk up to the ball. It's going to be at the 30-yard line. The entire Eagle defense is in a prevent mode. Look at them. Nobody's on the line of scrimmage. Everybody is back. All 6 people, 10 yards off the ball.
That's the fields.
You got 3 stacked out to the right. Let's see what they do. 2, 1. Game is over. What's going to happen? They're dancing around. They're looking to throw. They're looking to throw. Nobody is open.
Run.
He can't run. There he is. He's chucking the ball all the way down into the end zone. And the ball is incomplete. Woo! St. Joseph Eagles.
Wow.
Win the game.
What a game.
And the regional playoffs.
Wow. What a football
These
game.
two teams played their hearts out tonight.
Man, I'm telling you. those
Oh,
guys are
my. And that's how the St. Joseph Eagles came from behind to win their first victory over the Heritage Eagles on that November night. But now, tonight, live from Tiger Stadium on the campus of Rockdale High School in Rockdale, Texas, the Red Sea Apostolate Radio, the flagship station for Eagle Sports, and Touchdown Productions, the leader in sports television in the Brazos Valley, are proud to present the TAPPS 6-man Division III semifinal game. We're down to the last 4 teams in Division III football, and we have 2 of them here tonight, as the 6-5 St. Joseph Eagles take on the undefeated 12-0 Heritage Eagles. It's a game for the exciting playoff rivalry, and the winner advances to the state final right here on your St. Joseph's Game of the Week. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get more exciting than this here at Rockdale Stadium, where tonight we will see who will advance to the championship game. So buckle your chin straps, everybody, and welcome to the TAPPS Division III semifinal game. And of course, happy Thanksgiving to all of our fans and family out there listening. This is Gil Dominguez, the voice of Eagle football, joined tonight by my new number 1, Steve Rayburn, and filling in for the tall, dark, handsome guy. Filling in.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Is our Eagle basketball announcer, Sean Eubank. Sean, welcome to the Game of the Week.
Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Oh, wait.
There we go.
There we go.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know if I can fill the tall, dark, and handsome shoes, but I'm going to try my best.
We'll go with medium, high, and handsome.
Okay. Well, okay.
How's that?
That sounds good.
One thing for Steve, we just relived that exciting winning moment from last season's game. What are your recollections from that?
Man, that was probably about the wildest, 44 seconds of football. After they kicked the ball back to the Eagles, they had 44 seconds to cash that thing in, and they did with just a few seconds left on the clock, and then got the extra point. And, it was one last gasp, if you will, by Heritage, and it came up, short in the end zone. Mm-hmm. And what a game, though. I mean, and we're going to see that again tonight. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if my blood pressure can take it, but we'll go ahead and find out about that. One thing for sure, Steve, is that there will be an Eagle team playing for the state title next Thursday. We don't know which Eagle team it's going to be, and that's what we're going to find out here over the next couple of hours as we watch this game. We have an exciting jumbo-sized pregame for you tonight, so hope you can tune into all of it. We'll hear from both coaches, the legendary Heritage coach Tim Shipman and the new St. Joseph's coach Mike Forgione, and discover the special bond that these two men have together. Plus, former Eagle coach Alec Castellea is in the booth. He's in the house. I already saw him. He came up here for a second, and we'll be talking to him before we get going in tonight's game as well. But right now, let's go ahead and thank some underwriters. They bring you this Game of the Week broadcast each and every week on the Red Sea Radio Network.
Prosperity Bank, the big bank with your community's bank inside. Prosperity Bank, member FDIC.
Reedfield Meats and Deli, your tailgating and party headquarters for hand-cut meats and party trays. You may visit them at reedfieldmeats.com. Reedfield Meats and Deli.
Strata Auto Repair, your total car care solution. If it has wheels, we'll work on it. Strata Auto Repair.
Kelly Burke Dozer, your down-to-earth company for all your site work excavation needs, commercial or residential. Proudly supporting the St. Joseph Eagles. Kelly Burke Dozer.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium as we get ready for the kickoff of this semifinal matchup
Time to meet the two coaches of tonight's game. First up is the ambassador, what I call him, of six-man football, 20 years coaching kids in the six-man game. I'm talking about the legendary Tim Shipman. With us on the phone right now in the pregame show, the Heritage head guy himself, Coach Tim Shipman. And Coach, thanks a lot for joining us here on the Game of the Week broadcast.
Well, I appreciate you, Gil, and thanks for having me on, and thanks for giving me an opportunity to share a few words with you guys.
You've been in this position before where you're having an undefeated season. What does that feel like for you?
Every year is a new year, and every year is special. This is just an incredible group of young men. They've worked hard, over years to get to this point, and all the pieces start falling into place. Coaching staff, players, and you hope that at the end of the day, you can keep winning each week, and to be at this point in the season and to be undefeated and just have the journey, be on the journey that we're on is just a blessing. It's a blessing to coach these young men. They're just great young men on and off the field. That's really, as we've talked before, that's what we're in it for, is so that we can teach and train and learn and grow young men into productive citizens so that they can get back to their communities wherever the Lord leads them. So every time I hear and see players or young men who have gone on like Coach Forgione and are now making an impact in other communities, it makes me really happy. And I'm just grateful to get to be a part of all of it. He's the poster child. He's a prime example. I've watched him. I remember playing against him. He's a great young man, great character, great class, hard, tough football player, and then to come up into the ranks and competed against him, watched him at Bracken when he was coaching there and at Living Rock, and then been even kind of keeping up with him when he went up to Plano, Coram Deo, and just everything that he did up there in that program. And I knew right away, as soon as St. Joe picked him up as a head coach, I went, man, that was a great hire. They're gonna have a really good transition. Anytime you change coaches, moving into a new era after y'all been in that situation for a long time and been successful. I went, gosh, that was, somebody hit a home run right there. It ought to be a great game come Friday. And that's credit to St. Joe for hiring him, credit to the whole program, and credit to Coach Forgione for doing what he does. And then also for these players buying into the system and trusting him. And when you do those things, you're going to find yourself in the semifinals. And so it's an honor and privilege for us to get to, what is this, the fourth year in a row, fourth or third, to compete, have to go up against St. Joe in the playoffs. And so it's exciting, but no surprise with Coach Forgione at the helm.
Well, it's a friendly rivalry. I mean, both teams, both schools.
There can be, absolutely. Yeah, there can be friendly rivalries. Man, I'll tell you what, through the years, some of my greatest relationships with coaches and programs and kids, you want to beat your brother. If you're playing your brother in a pickup game of basketball on Thanksgiving, you want to beat him. and that doesn't mean that you don't like him or love him. Uh-huh. You just want to beat him because he's your brother. And so, I feel that way in this particular instance. And I've got several others like that, that I'm blessed to get to be a part of. If we've never played before, or, we want to win, but once you play your brother, you want to beat him. And that's the case here both ways. We have a big test this Friday. St. Joe has great receivers, a tremendous quarterback. They can also run the ball. They've got great speed. Coach Forgione's using all of his tools and weapons in just a fantastic way that makes it tough for defenses. I think the storyline of the game, I think everybody would tell you, is the Freddie defense versus St. Joe's offense. Hopefully, we'll continue to somehow find a way to at least slow down the St. Joe offense. You're not going to stop them, but if we can slow them down, that's going to be a big help.
Well, the Eagles have 4 games with more than 83 points.
Usually you talk about, hey, if we can get us 1 or 2 stops, then maybe we can beat them. But I've never seen a game like that live. I'd love to, just to imagine you could probably eat lunch and dinner in the amount of time that it would take. Let's face it, playing defense in 6-man, even if you've got a good defense like us, it's hard. Defense is very tough. It's there's so much space. There's great quarterbacks. There's great receivers. At the end of the day, doesn't matter if you score 1 point or you score 101 points. You just want to be ahead by 1 on the scoreboard.
Thank you so much, Coach Shipman, for once again giving us time here in the pregame show and get your insights on 6-man football. Like I said, you're a great ambassador for the sport.
Well, I just appreciate everything that you do and that all the program that you run and how give us an opportunity as 6-man coaches to visit and to promote the game. Just looking forward to a great night of football. There's no doubt everybody will get their money's worth, and win or lose, neither team should walk out of there with their heads down. They're both good teams, good programs, good coaches, and just praying for safe travels and safe game.
And great words there from the head coach himself, Tim Shipman. Like I said, really an ambassador for 6-man football, and I appreciate Tim giving us his time and his insights into the game that he's devoted so much of his life to in his career. Time to catch up with the other coach, of course, the coach we get to see every week, week in, week out. And he's the new guy here at St. Joseph's. Had to come in and fill some pretty big shoes with Alex Castellea, who we'll talk to in a few seconds as well. But he has come in, and these kids have bought into his program and find themselves in the semifinals once again this year. Let's go ahead and meet Coach Forgione. Joining us right now is Coach Forgione before the big game. Coach, welcome to the Game of the Week.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Now, it's hard to believe that it's already the semifinals, and in your first year, that's tremendous success for your program coming right out of the gate.
I'm really excited for the kids. Last year when they advanced to the semifinals, that was the furthest the program had ever gone. And so just to be back there, to be back here in the semis again, this is great. I'm proud of the kids, proud of their growth and development. But we have some unfinished business. We want to win this game, go to state championship, and shoot our shot at the title.
Take me back just for a second, back to August on that first day of practice, and make that transition for me from then to now preparing for the semifinal game.
It's a tremendous transition. If you saw us on tape, we were a completely different team. If you saw us in practice, there was a lot of skills that we had to develop. We were relying on a freshman a lot of the season this year, and just to watch his growth and development has been fantastic. We're starting 2 sophomores, and so it's great to get these young guys these reps because it's going to pay huge dividends down the road.
Of course, you're a veteran coach, and as we were talking off air, you have some history with Tim Shipman, the coach of Heritage.
I do. He's a tremendous man. He runs a top-notch program. I had the privilege of being a player under a coach named Lloyd Fields back in 2008 and 2009, and that's the first time I met Coach Shipman. He was at Fredericksburg Heritage, and they came to my school, which was Bracken Christian School, and the only thing I could hear from Coach Fields was, how tough a game this was going to be, what kind of program this was. They were the defending state champions in Division III, and so it didn't disappoint. The final score of that game in 2008 was 20-12, which is one of the lowest scoring 6-man football games I've ever seen.
So this is becoming a very nice rivalry between the two schools.
Oh yeah, and it's one we hope to continue. We hope to see each other in the playoffs every year. I can't think of a year that Heritage hasn't been in the playoffs except possibly 2009. I know he had a pretty young team that year. We kind of blew him out in our game against him when I was at Bracken. But other than that, I can't think of a year that he's missed the playoffs. And more so than that, he's usually in the regionals or the semifinal round if he's not playing in the state championship. He's got seven state championships with more appearances at state than that. So he's, again, he's a class act guy. He's a fantastic coach. I love playing against him. I've been very privileged to not only be in a district with him in the past, but to get to match up with him in playoffs. I know as far as history goes with St. Joseph, that's correct. Fredericksburg had beaten St. Joseph 2 years in a row in the playoffs, and then they met up in regionals last year. St. Joseph had the win. So I know for the boys, my boys, this is exciting. Many of them are, 1-2 against the Heritage team. So to tie this game up 2-2 as they graduate would be a great victory for them.
Going against him as a player versus going against him as a coach, those are two different things.
They are. And as a player, I couldn't necessarily grasp a lot of the understanding of the game the way that a coach does, where I didn't understand necessarily like what it goes into preparing for a game like that. As a coach, the game consumes you in many ways, and that's both, the blessing and the curse of the game, right? It's exhilarating, it's exciting. You put your heart and soul into it to try to win this game, and then it's devastating if you lose because you're just exhausted. And what I tell the kids all the time, it's so much bigger than just football, right? What we do here is preparing these young men to be great citizens in this country, husbands, fathers, business owners, whatever it is, through the lessons that they learn in this game, right? They're learning discipline and perseverance and hard work and teamwork and, accountability, right? That's why we play this game more than just the wins and losses, is to develop these young men. We want to be able to be that for our boys. Like I know Coach Shipman, I'm sure, has the same relationship with his kids. That's what we want to do for our boys here too.
And speaking of the game, they seem to be a defensive juggernaut, having 3 shutouts so far this season.
Well, they say defense wins championships, right? And so you have to have a good defense. That's an area for us that has been steadily improving as the season goes on. Credit to Coach Shipman. Obviously he's got a very stout defense, and he does a great job controlling the clock and winning games. He has outcoached many, many coaches with teams that were probably more talented than his in the past. I mean, he did it last week against Belleville. Say what you want. He outcoached and outplayed that team about as good as you could.
Once he gets a hold of that lead or that clock, he's going to work it for all he can.
Sure, and that's part of the game.
I'm not sure that he's seen a team that has the prolific scoring that the Eagles do.
Well, we've definitely grown into that role, right? We've grown from 1 or 2 players contributing to now we've got 6, 7, even 8 guys contributing, which is fantastic. One of my favorite stats from about 2 weeks ago when we played San Marcos was we had 6 different receivers score a touchdown. When I look at Heritage, they have a stout defense, but I've got plenty of weapons on the field, so we anticipate we're going to be able to score. The big thing for us is we got to slow down number 5 and number 3. I've had the privilege of watching number 5 grow from the time he was an 8th grader and a freshman up to his senior year. And obviously he's a tremendous athlete. And, number 3 he's older, he's getting better, he's getting stronger. So we're excited. We again, like you said, we have history with this team. The kids know each other. So it makes for a fun rivalry game.
I want to thank you for taking the time. We're airing this interview in the pregame show. The teams are on the field right now, warming up. We got one more game to go, as you were saying. We want to bring that home for you, for the fans, and for the listening audience on the Red Sea Radio Networks. That's really had a fun season with you all year.
Yes, sir. Can't wait. It's going to be a blast, so we'll see you there.
And we are watching him there as the team just ran out onto the field here at Tiger Stadium. With us right now, very special guest, Alec Castellea. Coach, welcome to the game of the week.
Thank you for having me.
And first off, let's get caught up with you. What are you up to? What are you doing? I see you got out of prison, so that was pretty good.
That's pretty close to that. Currently I'm at Hearn ISD, just right down the road. I was fortunate to take a position to be able to coach with some family. My brother's at that school, I have some cousins at that school. So this season I was the special teams coordinator and quarterback coach for their football team. I took over their girls basketball program, and I'm the head coach there. Still keeping busy. Really hadn't had a break since I left. Went straight into spring football, from spring football straight into summer workouts, and then into the season. So it's been an exciting time there. Definitely different but it's what I needed to do for my next step in my journey in life.
Of course, and we're so proud of you and everything that you accomplished at St. Joseph's. Tonight, Heritage game, what kind of memories does this bring back for you?
Good and bad. Last year was probably the best finish to a football game we've had in years here. Well deserved for the seniors that were able to put that drive at the end to come back and win the game. For those upperclassmen and underclassmen that were on that team that are in the similar position this year, a round later. So super excited for them, and I've been watching them every Sunday on the replays, and just so proud of those guys. Of watching them grow up since they were in 5th and 6th grade to where they are now. Wouldn't have expected anything less of them to be successful.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been around as well with the program, whatnot, way back. And I was talking about this 2 weeks back. It's funny, you watch these boys grow up. They're playing football behind the stands in the lights, remember? And then now you see them. They come through junior high school, then high school, and then you see them on this level. How does it make you feel?
I've seen it from two different perspectives. Being an alumni of St. Joseph, I didn't realize the volume of what actually was going on when you're on the field and how you carry yourself and what you do until actually became a coach. And Trace Brightwell, a really successful quarterback we had a few years ago, I remember my senior year coming off the field, and I used to wear some bicep bands, and Trace is hanging over the rail, and I gave him the bicep bands, and he says, "Coach, I still have those in a box somewhere." And I'm like, "Oh, well, number one, you make me feel old, but you don't know what you do as a high school athlete, and then years later, the impact you can have." So, one message we always used to give the boys is, there's always somebody watching. And so the way you carry yourself and the type of person you are out on the field and off the field is going to carry over to somebody else.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for joining us here. I knew you were coming to the game, so we had to have you come up to the booth and join us and be part of the game. I think the Eagles won the toss and deferred. But,
they did.
Okay, good. And so they will be kicking off right there. Alex, once again, you can hang around and join us if you want, or whatever you want to do, it's up to you. But we are ready for the kickoff here and get underway with this Division III semifinal game. And we are underway from Tiger Stadium.
It's one of those good old Peter Niver specials through the back of the end zone. Gotta love those kickoffs.
Oh, yeah.
I love the kickoff because it's guaranteed no return.
Fun fact about Peter, he's an ambidextrous kicker. So
really,
we used to work him out. He could kick a 45-yard field goal with his left foot and 40-yard field goal with his right foot. So
wow.
I noticed he kicks his extra point with his left foot. So here we go, 1st and 15, our first chance to look at Heritage Christian Eagles as they get set. Of course, Tim Shipman said it's going to be the Freddie D versus St. Joseph O, but they've got a lot of O themselves, and now they shift formation into a tight formation, and they're going to pitch it back, and it's going to be a pass downfield. He's going to get it all the way down. One man to beat him, and he's going to drag him down at the 15-yard line.
That's a nice little pass to Quattro Stewart. Now, we saw a lot of Quattro last year. Really young guy last year, got some spotty play, but he looked really good in that play and picked up a nice chunk for Heritage. That's going to get them. It's going to move the chains and get the ball down to about the 15-yard line. Thank goodness Peter stayed with him and got him on the ground.
Well,
saved the touchdown for sure. Bridger Welch was the quarterback there on that pass. So tight formation with people at both ends looking in. So interesting looking formation from Coach Shipman right on the very first play. Now under center. Going to be a direct snap. There it is. Handoff straight up the middle. Down to about the 7-yard line.
Carry right up the middle.
Is that Stewart again? Yeah. No, that was Bridger Welch with the carry then. Just he picked up, about 6 yards or so? Yeah, about 6 or 7 yards on that carry. He's going to bring up a second and about 8. That was just a little delay handoff right up the middle, and nice little pickup. Good running by Welch, picking his way up the field.
Yeah, formation they have is called J-Bird. We called it a power formation for us. So they're looking to get downhill, get outnumbered, and pick up their yardage, run that clock.
Picked up another 3 yards right there is number 5, Welch.
Yeah, I noticed I haven't picked that up except for at this game. Colt Bunnick's playing end on the far side over there, and haven't seen that a whole lot throughout the season. Most of the time it's either Peter or it is Paul Johnson, and then sometimes spotting that they'll bring in Walker West.
So one big play for Heritage got them down to the 15-yard line. Now they're facing 3rd down and goal from there. There's the handoff to Welch right up the middle again. Going to be swallowed up.
Yeah, he didn't get very far. Maybe a yard, maybe down to about the 1 yard line or so, or just inside the 1 yard line. He was stopped. I think Ramirez got him there.
It's going to bring up 4th down and goal from the 1. St. Joseph's in a goal line stance right here, right off the bat on the first drive. Let's see if they can keep up the wall right there on this 4th down play. There's the pitch out to the outside. And he's going to go in for the score. That's going to be number 5, Bridger Welch. Touchdown, Heritage.
And smart coaching there with Shipman. Saw a tight formation, pinching into the gaps, so he went outside with a pitch there. There's again great coach. He had over 200 wins for a reason. So
that's good instinctive running though by Bridger Welch. He bounced a little further outside than I think the play was set up to go. He just saw some daylight and shot it.
So setting up for the PAT. The kick is up, and it is good.
Heritage takes it down the field, puts up 8 points. The score is Heritage.
So 7:05 remaining in the first quarter of play. We spent about 1 minute on this game, and we've got 8-0 Heritage. And Sean, this is going to be, I think, everything that we thought it would be.
Absolutely, especially being at the game last year. There's no holes barred.
Yeah.
Both of these teams know each other. A lot of them played against each other last year, and have different coaches going out there. Are you already missing it, Alec, being out there?
I do miss 6-man. I do miss it. But I'm fortunate to have my coaching staff from last year wanting to come back and be a part of the St. Joseph community, which who wouldn't want to be a part of that? And seeing them have the success that they're having is just awesome to see. Coaches and a couple of alumni and old players on the sideline. So really happy for them on their success.
Here's the onside kick once again, a short kick. Falling on it.
Nice cover by Colt Bundick there, about the 33-yard line. He tried to collect it up and take off running with it, but he kind of bobbled it and did the right thing, just got down on top of it.
So the Eagles are going to get the short field, so to speak, not taking it from the 20. And the referees are looking at something. Did it travel the 10 yards? They're conferring with one another.
Well,
now they're bringing the ball in, setting the ball. So no harm, no foul, no penalty. Game goes on. 7:03 remaining here. St. Joseph's first possession of the night.
See what our boys can do.
It's looking like they're dropping into a zone. Give us some time and some space.
Man, nice run by Noah Manzer. He did a little stutter step, slipped Quattro Stewart there on the near sideline and picked up a few more yards. Probably got almost about 10 yards out of that pass out into the flat from
Aiden Cruz.
Sorry.
Aiden Cruz, the quarterback
Yep.
for the Eagles as they go into 2nd down and 5. There's a pitch back to Ramirez. No, that's not Ramirez.
That's West.
Walker West.
That was Walker West.
Yeah.
He's doing his Ramirez impersonation there.
Now he picked up a few yards there.
He did.
Well, that's why I thought it was Ramirez, because he was moving kind of fast.
Yep.
But Walker's got another gear that he can go to. And I think that's a good strategy, too. Give it to somebody like Walker to wear down the defense a little bit. Okay, here's going to be 3rd down now and 2 for St. Joseph. And that's a quick pitch to West. Kind of a shovel pass there.
Yep. Nice little shovel pass from Aiden Cruz. Picks up about 3, enough to move the chains, though, to be 1st and 15 from about the 38.5-yard line.
And what we're seeing with Fredericksburg right now is they're playing that zone, giving us some space and some area, some green grass there. So, as far as the offense goes, as long as we're hitting those spots, we're going to keep the chains moving.
2 men in the backfield. Cruz gets the snap. He's dancing. He goes off to his right. He's looking. He throws back across the field. Walker West once again is going to be hog-tied down.
Yeah, he's going to pick up another, 5 yards, 6 yards there? About 5 yards.
That's one of the only ways you can bring down a Walker West is by hog-tying him down there at his ankles.
And that's a big young man right there.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Cruz looking to his right. Now he rolls. Now he stands in the pocket. Now he throws. It's going to be complete to Umanzer.
Yeah, Umanzer picked up a nice little, about a 5 or 6 yarder just right over the middle. He just kind of set down the zone in the little gap there they were giving him, and he got the ball out to him. Cruz got the ball out to him for a nice little pickup. He did give up about a yard and a half after it was complete. He tried to get around his defender pick up a few extra yards, but got brought down.
Alec, are they keying on Niver? Is that why they're not giving him the ball?
With the season in the film, they're probably seeing the prolific passing we've had deep down the field, so they're trying to not get beat deep. So I really like what Coach Forgioni's doing.
Great tip away right there at the last second.
But Coach Forgioni doing real well as far as getting Aiden moving in the pocket and rolling the ball, rolling him out to get some passes. We're moving those moving those pockets, so underneath will be there. So if these underneath receivers keep making these catches, they're going to have to do nothing but come up and press a little bit, and that'll give Peter an opening to get downfield.
Williams with a nice tip right there to deny the completion is going to bring up 4th down now and about 5 for St. Joseph here on the opening drive of the game for them. There's the pitch back to Cruz. He can run now because he was pitched to. There's a little dunk pass right over the middle.
It's going to be enough to move the chains right there.
And they get it to Umanzer.
That was a nice little play.
I thought Umanzer was going to come up a little bit short, but he made a nice little move and got a little bit further outside on his defender, had more leverage, and then picked up that extra yard.
Oh, yeah. Noah's grown about 2 or 3 inches since last year, so that fall forward definitely is going to help. Okay, great awareness by Cruz as well, be able to slip that ball underneath and get that.
So here we go, 1st and goal now for the Eagles. Cruz looking, he eludes the rush, comes over to his right-hand side. He's going to throw into the corner of the end zone.
He just missed Colt by just a little bit there on the very front corner of the end zone there, right there by the marker.
And for what I saw, I would come back to a similar play. You had post open in the middle. If you can hit and carry that safety away, I believe it was Peter sitting in the middle of the end zone. A little bit late, but definitely would come back to that play. They could be pretty successful.
2nd down now and goal for St. Joseph Eagles. The pitch goes back to Niver now. Niver looks to throw. Now he's going to run. He's going to turn on the jets. He's going to run out of bounds. Up around the 6-yard line. They'll mark it at the 7.
They're going to get us a little block in the back right there, just inside the 10-yard line.
So penalty flag on the field after that last play. Steve's predicting a block in the back, and of course we go to Steve when we want to know real information. He's the keeper of everything. And that's exactly what it'll be. That'll move the ball back for the Eagles. Back to about the 19-yard line.
All right,
So they'll repeat the down.
It's going to back us up to, what, just about the 19-yard line? So we're 19 yards out, second down and goal to go.
One thing that I've liked about Forgione all season is that his ability to come up with a big play when they need it. And they're certainly down there in the red zone right now where they would need one. There's the pitch back to Niver. Niver looking left, running left. And he'll run out of bounds on the near sideline. Going to be at about the 14-yard line, so a little pickup of 5 for him. It's going to bring up third down now as the team stands and looks over at Forgione for the next play.
There was sure a lot of room on the other side of that field. If Peter would have decided to reverse at the field, he would have been still running.
I'm seeing that they're focusing on those ends. End looks a little young. If we get it hooked, we're going to be able to get outside, and we're going to see some big runs here later in the game.
There's the snap. Over to Cruz. He's going to throw into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles!
Wow, that was a beautiful,
very nice.
Beautiful pass from Cruz. He was coming from the middle of the field, going to the far side, hit Peter in stride. Peter did a hook slide, caught it on the hook slide in the end zone for the touchdown. Beautiful.
So Peter Niver's first catch of the day is 6 points for the Eagles as they get set for the extra point here. Wow, 3:14 on the clock, so that took a little bit of time.
Yeah, it did.
About 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Talking about using some clock. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:14 remaining here in the first quarter of play. We are all tied up at 8-8.
Lone Star Roof Systems. No jingles, just roofs. Lone Star Roof Systems.
Wings and more. Great wings and so much more at Wings and More.
Fast Signs. Fast Signs. Make your statement. Taking care of signs and graphic projects across the Brazos Valley since 2005. Fast Signs.
Dawson Rodriguez, attorneys at law. From personal injury cases, navigating complex oil and gas transactions, to real estate litigation, Dawson Rodriguez protect your interest every step of the way. You may visit them at dawsrodlaw.com. And the Division III semifinals continues here at Tiger Stadium, all tied up 8-8. The Eagles getting ready to kick this one off after their scoring of their touchdown. Took a long time. Heritage only took 1 minute to score, but the Eagles chewed up about 3.5 minutes of clock here in the first quarter. And Sean, as we've seen, Heritage likes to burn a lot of clock, and that's one of their strategies to get out with a victory.
That's right. But we took our time, too. We even had a penalty, and it took us a while to get down the field, but we made it happen.
That's true. The penalty pushed them back, and they were still able to pick up the first down and then ultimately score when it was first and goal. They were back to the 19-yard line. And as we hear from the Heritage crowd right in front of us here, we are high in the bleachers. There's the pitch back right up the middle, and he's going to be swallowed up by the Eagle defense.
Nice little gathering him up. That was a good play by Noah Manzer and also Paul Johnson. to get over there and get some arms around him, get him slowed down. He's one of those runners. Once he can change direction on you and get going again pretty quick. And when he starts slowing down to make that cut, you better get some arms on him.
Quantrill Stewart, the runner there, number 3 for Heritage, as they huddle up out on the, we'll call it the 18-yard line. Come up to the ball now. It's going to be second down for them. There's the handoff up the middle once again to Quantrill. Quantrill's going to break it to the outside. Nobody's in front of him. He's going to step on the gas, and it's going to be touchdown Heritage.
Man,
wow.
You can't let those guys break containment on the edge like that. You gotta push everything back towards the middle of the field if you're playing defensive end.
And what you're seeing by Freddie is they have some wide linemen, and the patience of the running back to get outside. Play was developed to go up the middle, being able to take their time, and they secured their blocks, and then to punch it outside. So, we know St. Joseph is physical. We know that they'll make their tackles. Just contain the gaps and do your role, and I think we're gonna be able to recover from that.
Kick is up, and it is good. Boy, that thing just crawled over the crossbar. We saw some kicks like that last week, didn't we, Steve?
We did. I mean, it was just by the hair of their chinny chin chin did they get over that crossbar.
The ball actually sprouted arms and used them to propel them over the crossbar and make it good. So 16-8 here. 2:18 remaining in the first quarter as Heritage moves quickly to score.
Man, if we can get a little bit of penetration, if they're going to hit a low trajectory kick like that, if we can get a little penetration on that line, we can get a handle on that ball like we did last week.
So on that last touchdown by Quantrill, he was like bunched up right in the middle. There was a play right up the middle, but then he had that ability to bounce outside, and we had nobody there to stop him in that play.
Well, like you were saying in the previous play, if we don't get hands on the guy, if he's got a chance to run, he's going to run.
Yeah, he does slow down just a hair to make those cuts. Stewart does, and man, if you can
Here's
make
another
that
side kick,
bounds.
going to go out of bounds.
Went out of bounds right about the 20-yard line, just before the 20-yard line there, and.
Alec, those kicks, a lot of teams use those. What are your thoughts on those kicks?
The way I always developed it is it just kind of depends on the personnel you have back there. With our team, you don't really want to kick it deep. You got Peter Niver or Colt Bundick back there with some speed and that can move around. You don't really want to give them the opportunity with so much space. So using those low kicks and the advantage would be you're not giving them a big return. I never really had a problem with it. We used to have a 3-system kick. You either had an onside, a short pooch, or we're kicking it out of the end zone. We're fortunate to have a really great kicker that can put it into the end zone. Most schools don't have that.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to, and I don't like. I'm going to go on record saying I don't like the little kicks like that. Sometimes it doesn't work out for us, and it always makes me nervous. I'd rather have a Mishler or a Niver put it into the back of the end zone and be done with it. Okay, here we go. We're going to kick it again now, and this time it's going to be a little poochy kick, and it's going to go out of bounds.
It's out of bounds again, yep. It went out of bounds right about the 35, just 35, 36-yard line. And, man, at some point you're losing a lot of field position, and at some point you need to kick that ball down the field, and because he's not getting a really good strike on the ball for it to hit and die, and he's putting a little bit too much on it, and it's going out of bounds, and that has flipped the field now. They're kicking the ball from the 20 at this point, and you're losing field position quickly.
Exactly, and it's smart by Coach Forgione right now, being able to flip that field and push them back because of their types of kicks. I was real worried about the last one. Colt might have touched it right before it went out of bounds.
Okay, this one's going to go straight down the middle of the field. We picked up by Niver. He's got no place to go, though, so he goes forward, and he's going to be at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will start their second possession of the second quarter. 2:11 remaining here, and is it my imagination, or is that quarter going by fast?
Went by pretty quick.
Pretty quick.
I mean, we've seen some long quarters. We were at, it wasn't Baytown, was it, where the quarter lasted for an hour and a half?
Yeah. It was Baytown. that was the forever game.
Oh, I can imagine down there, but
over an hour in the second quarter alone. Okay, here we go. 1st and 15 for the Eagles. Shotgun formation. Cruz gets the ball. He's going to pass right over the middle, right over the head of Manzer.
Just a little bit high. Manzer was wide open. Heard he beat his man and was right up this near side sidelines. And if he could have connected there, he might have turned that thing up and got the TD.
Good play action call there. You know, like I said, Noah ran a great route, got across the face of the defender. You know, just let it be a catchable ball. Regardless, it's going to be a first down for us right there.
Yep.
Forgione calls the play. They get set up now. 2 men to the left. There's the snap, and there's the pitch now to Niver. Niver can run or pass, and he's going to run and take it out of bounds about the 37-yard line.
He only got about 3 yards out of that carry.
Well, I think he was looking to throw.
He was looking to see if somebody was going to come open, and we were well covered on the back end of that defense. So,
statistically speaking, he's the second leading passer on the team. Cruz gets a few more reps, but Niver certainly has thrown his share of balls this season. 3rd down now, and we will call it 10. Cruz gets the snap. Big rush. He gets away. No, he doesn't. Now he is, and now he throws it over to Niver and throws it in the dirt.
Yeah, they got a handful of that face mask, but they didn't pick that up.
And Niver's got a hitch in his giddy up there.
Yeah, Bridger Welch got a big old handful of Cruz's face mask, but they didn't call that penalty.
Looked like Aiden's holding his hand or his arm right now. It could have been going down the turf. When it's cold, you feel those hits a little more, especially as a quarterback. When your hands get a little frozen, it's like punching ice. So
yeah.
And we're going to have a timeout now with the Eagles. So while we're away, let's go ahead and thank our number 2 underwriter, or 3, that's fine. Made Pro, locally owned and loved in the BCS area since 2009. That's Made Pro.
C&J Barbecue. The C is for Chip, the J is for Joe. The barbecue, it's for you. C&J Barbecue.
Serve Pro of the Brazos Valley. We make it like it never even happened. That's Serve Pro.
Kraus Paint and Body. If you need good quality auto body work, consider Kraus Paint and Body. Remember, it's your car and your choice where to have it repaired. Kraus Paint and Body.
16-8 is the score here with $1:50 remaining in the first quarter. We got a whole trio of people here with you tonight. Gil Dominguez, Steve Rayburn, Sean Eubanks, and of course making his guest appearance for us, Alec Castilleja. And guys, I'm thinking this is not going to be the same kind of game as last year, with a high scoring 60-58 and.
It could have the makings to it, which is at 6-man, you can turn on the scoring at really any time. If you think about last year, we were up about 30 points at halftime, and they turned it on us and caught us, a little bit and made it that, historical type of game that everybody wants to watch. So,
okay, Coach Forgione still having words with the official on the far sidelines. The Eagles are on the far sidelines here. Nobody in those stands, though. Everybody is in the home field stands. I think the Eagles are to our right, Steve. Is that what's going on?
Eagle? They've kind of split the teams. The visitors being us are to the right here, and to the left is the Heritage fans, and even the Eagle band's over here to the right.
That's right.
And we traveled, 6 cheerleaders and a mascot tonight. So nice turnout for the day after Thanksgiving, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Relatively speaking, from all the journeys that we've been on, we actually got here pretty quickly, about an hour. Okay, here we go.
It looks like they had to run Aiden off because he was injured. He was not able to be eligible for this play. So
There's the pitch. Walker's going to get the snap. He's going to give it to Niver. Niver's going to throw it way downfield.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Man, Colt Bundick got behind his defender and made it look easy. And Aiden Cruz threw the cruise missile right into his hands.
No, that was Niver.
That was Peter
I'm
Niver.
sorry. Yeah, Aiden was out. You're right. And that Wyatt Craven had the defense on Colt Bundick, but Colt just slipped past him and just got out ahead of him and made it look really easy.
And this is what I was talking about before the game. I'm not sure that Heritage has seen a team with this many weapons at their disposal.
I'm sure they haven't. You know, I know Coach Shipman tries to schedule a pretty difficult schedule, but you know, for the development of what we've had in our kids and the job that Coach Forgione has done with the players that he has, you know, we definitely have weapons everywhere, and we can score pretty much at any time if we really need it, especially with the leadership you have with these seniors. They don't want to go home. So.
And the extra point is good. That's going to make it 16 all here in the first quarter. And that just highlights that. I mean, Cruz hurts his hand. He's got to go out for a play. The Eagles don't miss a beat, and they have Niver there to take over and throw the long ball. And, of course, Butnick's been the leading receiver all season long, Sean.
Right, he's been the go-to guy.
And, you know, and you know, to be able to come out there and just take the ball like Niver did, and he and Bundick made it look easy. Just pitch and catch.
Well, they're best friends. I mean, you've seen it since last year. They're always with each other. They worked at Chicken Salad Chick together, you know. So, you know, they definitely have that chemistry that friends really have. And what you also see is when Peter is able to be the quarterback, when he gets into those formations where he's quarterback, you have a dual threat back there, because you have to account for his running ability, and that gives Bundick even more space.
Niver kicks off again. And I don't know what the county is to our left, but that's where it's going to go.
Waco.
Well, Temple Waco area. Oh, man. What a kicker. Whew, the guy can do it all.
The person sitting on the front porch of the house over there could have caught that ball.
When I was driving up here, I realized I've been here before. When I was working at KBTX and KAGS and going out for the Friday Night Lights games, this was my assignment one week. Coming out here to see the Tigers. So, although I didn't have to climb the bleachers like we did tonight, you need a drink of water after you do that. But great lines of sight for us here on your Game of the Week telecast. There's the pitch now over to the left-hand side. They're going to run him out of bounds this time.
And Ramirez ran him out to the edge. And that was Quattro Stewart on the carry, but Ramirez forced him out to the edge, and there was Paul Johnson saying, "Hey, come on over here to me." Those big old arms, he reached out there and grabbed him and pulled him on down.
I still think Paul Johnson's growing. I mean, he is a tower out there.
He's a really, really big guy.
He's already 7 feet and climbing.
That's why he wears 34, correct? 3 + 4 is 7.
So it's going to bring up second down now and about 10 for Heritage. There's the snap. There's the pitch. Back to Stewart again.
Man.
And they're going to wrap him up in the backfield.
Man, that was David Hagerman tracked him down from behind. And that pursuit on the defense by David Hagerman blew that whole thing up.
And this is where St. Joe's needs to be with a Fredericksburg-type team. Put them back behind the sticks where they're in 3rd and long, and keep fighting with them. Because what they're going to do is pound and pound. They don't want to throw the ball. They want to pound it at you, and you have to make them. You know, they're going to probably do some kind of outside zone or some kind of flea flicker type play. They're trying to get half of it right now. They're not going to be something crazy. Just get about half of it here.
3rd down, and we'll call it 11 after that loss. There's the pitch back to Quattro again. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, come up about 4 yards short there. But, yeah, again, defense was kind of back, being patient, but also the pursuit to kind of keep forcing that outside, and got him out of bounds. And he's going to be 4 yards short of that.
And there you go. The first quarter comes to an end. Everything that you thought the Division III game would be, it's going to be 16-16 right here on the Red Sea Radio Network. We'll be right back. Prosperity Bank, the big bank with your community's bank inside. Prosperity Bank, member FDIC.
Reedfield Meats and Deli, your tailgating and party headquarters for hand-cut meats and party trays. You may visit them at reedfieldmeats.com. Reedfield Meats and Deli.
Strata Auto Repair, your total car care solution. If it has wheels, we'll work on it. Strata Auto Repair.
Kellyberg Dozer, your down-to-earth company for all your site work excavation needs, commercial or residential. Proudly supporting the St. Joseph Eagles. Kelly Burt Dozer.
And like we were saying, you better buckle those chin straps because this is moving into the second quarter right now, all nutted up at 16 all. And Sean, give us a little evaluation of what you've seen so far in the first quarter.
It's definitely a different game from last year. And I think it's a slower game, a methodical game, and I think we need to pace ourselves.
People are erupting in the stands, banging on the bleachers, cheering on the defense as Heritage has the ball now. 4th and 4 as they start the second quarter of play. Gonna pass back to, and he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make the first down. The ball to Shipman, Zeke Shipman.
He's going to be about a yard short, so the ball's going to go over on downs to the Eagles right there about the 34-yard line. So we're going to take over.
Excellent pursuit by the Eagles right there.
Yeah.
Excellent pursuit.
Stewart got the ball on the pitch from Shipman, and then Shipman just turned around and made himself open, but the defense was right there. They only had 4 yards to go, so he gained about 2.5, but then got jumped on by the entire Eagle defense, kept him from going over the line to gain, and turned the ball over. That's the first turnover of the ball on downs that we've seen tonight, guys.
Yeah, you know, that was just well played by the Eagle defense all the way around.
1st and 15. Now, the pitch goes to West, takes the snap. He does the pitch now.
Man, that Aiden Cruz with a good little run. He's going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards there. About 6 yards. Nice little carry by Aiden Cruz.
So Aiden Cruz playing in the backfield instead of handling the snap. Snapping duties go to Walker West. And Walker West, he's like a piece of chewing gum. You just stick him in wherever you need him to be, and he's going to be delicious and long-lasting. Okay, here we go once again. The hike is to West. It's a pitch to Cruz. He can run, he can pass. He can run, he can pass. He's going to run. He's going to get up another 5 yards up close to the first down. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Eagles.
Nice little carry again by Cruz. We don't see a whole lot of that from Cruz this year, a lot of carries. But he did a nice little pickup. He's going to another 5 yards or so, and they're going to be probably, what, four yards?
If you look at the stats, Cruz is actually minus 126 for the season.
Oh, wow.
Because they're counting all the times he's been sacked.
Yep.
So 3rd down and 5 now for the Eagles. This time the snap's going to go to Cruz. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to just pitch the ball out to Niver. Niver's going to go around the outside, flag down. He's going to jump one guy, go into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown, but it's going to be called back.
Yeah.
Well, Colt's hands got a little outside and pulled him back a little bit.
Well,
wow.
I'm gonna tell you something. When you're blocking out on the edge like that for another guy, and you're trying to figure out, I need to be on the left or the right side of him to spring him, and he's shifting around behind you, it's easy to get on the wrong side and hook somebody. Oh, absolutely. It really is.
And that was a beautiful run by Niver, unfortunately.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I say he's got another run inside him that can bust out. And
I think he's going to have a couple more.
That's going to bring up about a 3rd and 14 or so.
That's what it looks like from here.
Yep.
So Niver actually jumped over one of the defenders, skipped over him to make that score. So here we go. Reset the ball. 3rd and 14 now for the Eagles.
Don't
They
have to
can
get
still
it all
get
at
a
once.
first down.
There you go.
Cruz looking under pressure, and now he's going to get brought down. Cruz going to get brought down at the 38-yard line as nobody was open downfield that he could find.
About a loss of about 4.
Looking at progressions, you know Umanzer was standing wide open with this little corner route he ran. One thing, as a quarterback, stay under control. We don't have to get it all back. We had 2 downs to get it.
Okay, it's going to be a timeout now by Heritage as they want to assess this situation. I know you guys don't like to punt in 6-man, but is this a punting situation to possibly send them back, down to the 10-yard line? Or
I mean, with the way what the defenses are playing right now, it's a 50-50 call. If you have a play in your playbook that could give you that opportunity, great. With the playmakers that St. Joe's has, I wouldn't put it against them to run a play and try to get Niver in some space and let him make something happen. But you can't fault them if they do punt it and flip it. But all the cards are out, and if you're going for the win, we'll see how we're going to run this.
Well, that's true. You're going for the win, then you want to make a play and make it happen and not turn the ball over, because that's what will happen. It's either going to be a ball over on downs, or it's going to be a first down for the Eagles. They got to get all the way out to the 19-yard line to make that happen. There's the snap. Cruz looking, dancing. He's going to throw it downfield over the head of Niver.
Oh, man.
So play they had. They went trips on short side of the field, sent 2 decoy routes down, and went one-on-one with Peter to the wide side of the field with a post drag across, trying to get him one-on-one. Great play call there, just a little high on it. Okay, definitely something you might see later on. I believe that's pretty much the same concept they had for the touchdown, except he ran a low drag on the touchdown run, or the touchdown pass. So you might be coming back and seeing that formation again.
Craven and Welch on the coverage there, and they had him. They were having a Niver sandwich.
Yeah. They had him bracketed
slice
up.
of Niver in the middle there, and they jumped up, and the pass was over their head anyway, but they were right there. Okay, here we go. 1st and 15 now for Heritage. They've stopped the Eagles. Eagles have stopped them. There's a pitch and a pass downfield, and it's going to be caught and out of bounds. 14-yard gain.
And that's a very unique formation that Freddie's running right there. We used to call it a double wing formation. You don't necessarily have a pure running back behind the quarterback, but you do have 2 wing backs. So Freddie will do the motion and throw a toss, or they'll run an underhand or inside run. And then these 2 big plays they've had, the 2 times they've ran it, they've done a play action bootleg, and it's gotten behind the St. Joseph defense. So we have to be aware of that coming up.
Zeke Shipman now, the quarterback for Heritage. He'll get the snap. It'd be a quick handoff up to Stewart up the middle. He's going to slip away from
David
Hagerman.
David Hagerman met him in the hole and had him wrapped up and was looking for a little bit of help to get him to the ground, but he shook loose and picked it just enough up to move the chains.
He's probably spotting Hagerman, 40 pounds? Maybe more.
Quite a few. Yeah, quite a few. But, man, David Hagerman, he's game on out there. Love to watch him play.
Shipman comes in with the play now. They break the huddle. Shipman goes up. He'll go be under center. There's the snap. There's the pitch out to Stewart on the outside. They're going to wrap him up. Niver right there.
I don't think he got much of anything.
No, he got under his legs
half a
and
yard.
Put him upside down.
Yep. And, man, that was well-played defense. Just contain. Well, if you're on the outside edge and you have containment, you contain, and then let your pursuit from the backside do their job.
And what you're going to see with Freddie is they're going to use those pitches here and there. To be honest, I don't think they're going to outrun St. Joe's here on this, but they're going to use that to run downhill. Get a split
Shipman
back
under center, takes the snap, pitches it outside, pushes his own guy away, but number 5 is going to get bottled up by the entire St. Joseph Eagle defense. Oh, my.
He's going to lose about 5 yards on that carry, and I think everybody was in the backfield.
Everybody was there. I'm counting 5 guys.
It's hard to tell exactly who tackled him first.
it was a swarm.
Looks like a line change for Freddie right now. They're probably going to go into their spread back formation.
Brings up 3rd down and about 4 yards to go.
3rd and 4 for Heritage. Their second drive of the second quarter. Nobody has scored in the second quarter. We're still tied up 16 all. Shipman goes
3rd and
into
20.
3rd 19. Yep.
19.
Shipman now in the shotgun. He'll pitch it back. The pass is going to come back to Shipman again like it did before. But Shipman's going to be wrapped up and thrown to the ground.
Colt Bundig played that perfectly, played his man off, got rid of his blocker, shed him, and dropped him before he got a half a yard.
Shipman, a true freshman, son of Coach Tim Shipman. And we were talking about how fun this is to play football, father and son. But being a freshman, he's a little light on weight. Now he'll be grown, of course, when he gets to be a senior. But he was handled right there after he got that ball. Okay, here we go. 4th down now for Heritage. The snap to Shipman. The pass over the middle. Brought down by Umanzer.
Number 8, Wyatt Craven.
Yep.
That'll be 10 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, he might have picked up 3 or 4 yards. That's not going to be enough to move those chains. Like Gil said, he's 10 yards short. But, man, Umanzer played great defense there, kept it man in front of him. And when the ball got there, he wrapped him up, got him on the ground.
It's excellent that Noah tackled that outside shoulder, too, kept that arm pinned. If you didn't notice what happened in the backfield, they were going to do a hook and ladder. So they're looking for a hook and ladder. That's why the throw was short. So Noah's tackle prevented that from happening and got that turnover on downs.
3:51 remaining. Eagles, second possession of the second quarter. They scored the first time, but it was a penalty that called it back. This is Niver going out to the outside. He's going to get pushed out of bounds.
It's going to be down, 36, 37 yard line?
7-8 yards on the play.
No, 20. No, 34 yard line, 33 yard line.
Do some ciphering, Jethro.
Yep, sorry about that. Again, we're working with another 100-yard field. You're looking at 2 sets of marks. Sorry, folks.
It does take a second to figure out where you're at. And
yeah. It's
he's on the 50. No, he's on the 40.
It's touchdown Eagles. Okay, here we go. Snap. Over to Niver. One hand catches and flips him over right in the air.
Just enough. I think he's going to get just enough to pick up that first down.
It's close.
Yep, they're moving the chains.
Yep, there we go.
Excellent footwork by Aiden Cruz. If you see on that, he climbed the pocket for a step, what made the defensive end take a step up, and that opened Peter for that little swing pass to get him open. So excellent job by the quarterback for some pocket presence.
Okay, 1st and 15 now for St. Joseph. Ball just over halfway. Cruz gets it. He's in a pitch. He can run. He can throw. He's going to run. He's going to get hit. Wow. Yeah, that was a big hit on him.
He's going to get down to about the 32 or 33 yard line, 32 yard line, and a nice little carry by Cruz. You know, this might be the most we've seen him carry the ball this year, just with intent.
Fresh legs are probably, using what they have at their disposal. I mean, you're trying to get to the state championship. You got to do everything you can to win this game. So,
and it really takes a lot of the pressure off of Niver being the guy to go to all the time. Like we were saying before, St. Joseph has so many weapons, and Cruz has been underutilized as a rusher, but not tonight. Here we go. 2nd down, about 7. There's the pitch. It's going to be back to Niver. He's going to be looked to throw. He's going to run wide open. He's got some green in front of him. He's going to the outside. He's going to get knocked out of bounds at about the 9-yard line.
Man, what a nice, I mean, just a presence of mind of where he saw where the defender spread out and he just picked his way up went to from the middle of the field to the far sideline, just picked his way up the field and nice little pickup, moves the chains, and he's the 12, 13-yard line now. First and goal to go.
And that's what you're going to see with St. Joe's. Again, with Peter in the backfield, you have that dual threat back there. With Fredericksburg running that zone defense, you're going to have some openings like that. So he picks and chooses, get what you can get, and there'll be some big plays he can pop off. When Aiden's at quarterback, he's making great throws, good reads. You find the green grass. Receivers are sitting, and we're getting those throws there, and that's going to run the clock, and that's going to keep you, in a good field position.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, 10 seconds run off the clock there with that explanation, Coach. And they're going to call a timeout with 1:33 remaining. We're going to stay right here.
All right.
We ain't going nowhere. Are you kidding me? This is 16-16, 1:38 remaining in the second quarter. Division III championship game. The winner moves on to the state final. How exciting is that?
Super exciting. And, not only as a former coach for the St. Joseph Eagles, but as a former player. It's one of those things that, every kid dreams of, and be having the opportunity to play for it. Coaching's one level of it, to coach for it, but to represent your family and your community on the field. Because as coaches, we can only do so much. So these players had took on that responsibility to put themselves out there, and they're really proving positive role models for the community, and they're doing really great things.
So it's Wichita Christian or Waco Valor. I don't know anything about either team, but that's who is playing in the other bracket tonight as the Eagles get set. There's a pass out to the sidelines. It's going to be out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 12.
Yeah, about a 6-yard pickup out there to Colt Bundick. And he is going to be, just about the 7 or so. And second down and goal. That's a nice little patient offense. They took what was there and just took what they were given.
Clock is ticking, 1:28 remaining here in the second quarter. Second down for the Eagles. There's a look to the right, now a pitch to the left to Niver. Niver's going to roll forward, and he's going to go in for the score! Touchdown, Eagles!
Man, and was Peter Niver patient or what, trying to turn that corner? He's waiting for his blocks to set up and made a really good choice about where to take that ball to that corner, to that corner of the end zone.
Absolutely, and I've seen that. I've watched a little bit of film through the year, and Peter's really come on as a runner.
Yeah.
Last year utilized him a lot down the field to throw it to him with Mishler in his arm.
Yeah.
But he knew coming into this season that he was going to take on a big role as a leader on the team, and he's really filled that role real well.
Here's the point after. The ball is down, kick is up, and it is good! 24-16. We are in a wild game right here. 24-16, 1:19 remaining. And Sean, as you were saying, this is a completely different game than what we saw last year.
It is, and when you were mentioning about Peter Niver, when you give him a half a second to stop and think about something, he's going to take that and he's going to run with it. I've noticed that twice now, the last play and the play before that, when he's got time to work and he can see what's going on, his mind's clicking, and you give him a half a second, he'll read it and he'll run it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going to happen in this game. Fredericksburg doesn't have the speed that St. Joe's has right now, so they're playing that zone not to give up big plays. But what you're going to do by not getting beat deep, you're going to give up a bunch of yardage underneath. And with somebody like a Niver or a Bundick, they're going to be able to maneuver through those gaps and make some big plays on their own.
Yeah, the key to that is being patient, taking everything they give you underneath.
Eagles kick off again. Niver sending it to the county to our right this time.
Back to Caldwell.
But that is sometimes the hardest thing to do, is when you run that kind of offense, is to be a patient offense and take what they're going to give you and just keep moving the ball up the field. And eventually they're going to change up their approach on defense, and that when you can get behind them then.
Absolutely. And it grows, and you grow in that patience, and Peter being a senior, and Aiden being a senior, even though it's his first year here, he's had some experience at other schools, and they're able to grow and be patient and put their teammates in positions for success.
1st and 15 for Heritage. Ball at the 30-yard line. There's a pitch, and now a pitch back, and Shipman's going to throw the ball up to the outside, getting away and going down the sidelines to midfield.
Peter made a great tackle out there on that far sideline, came up in support and took out number 8, escorted Wyatt Craven out of bounds at about the 40.
And what you're seeing with Freddie right now is one thing that Coach Shipman does really well at is changing that momentum. St. Joseph just scores a touchdown, has all the momentum, and then he comes out with a gadget play with a reverse pass and sways that momentum back to Freddie's side. So, it's kind of the game within the game right there.
1st and 15 again. Shipman pitches out to the right. Now he's going to throw all the way down the field. It's going to go over his head. Wow, almost a great one-handed catch. Wyatt Craven again.
Yeah, they were going up there trying to dial Craven up again. He kind of got behind us a little bit, and but he just couldn't reel that thing in. It was a little high and away from him, and there was good coverage by Umanzer, and he just couldn't reel it in.
So those the pitches, what'd you call that, where they reversed it twice? They came back and then gave it to him and then gave it to Shipman back again, and then he threw the ball. You just had a name for it. Go ahead, I'll give you a minute.
The little reverse pass?
Yeah, a little reverse pass. Okay, Here we go. Now the ball's out to the left-hand side. He's going to try and get around the corner, and he does. He's going to push it out of bounds, though.
Man,
at the 30.
David Hagerman out there on the edge. He came from the other side of the field in pursuit and put enough pressure on the runner to get him out to the edge, and he, of course, ran out of bounds short of the first down. Going to bring up about a 3rd down and 3 for them. But what a play by Hagerman.
He got a hand on him.
Absolutely did.
He's got a 3rd short here. You're going to probably look at a tight formation from Freddie. They're probably going to go tight twice in a row, so St. Joseph's needs to cover this gap. Oh, came out in a spread.
56 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Freddie trying to even up the score here after St. Joseph took the lead. Here's a pitch. Now it's going to be a pass. Stewart looking. Going to go downfield. Oh! Came back for the ball. What a great play. Number 40, Williams.
Umanzer had that undercut. He had undercut that pass, and I think he took his eye off of it for just a second, lost it, and they completed that pass for a touchdown.
Yeah, Umanzer was in a great position to make a play on that ball. And, they just, it's a game of inches, they say. So, I know 9 times out of 10 he makes that play.
Well, a great comeback by Gabe Williams to come back to the ball. It was a little bit short, and he came back and got it, and then he was untouched and walked right in the end zone. And the kick is up now. The kick is good! 45 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. We are tied once again, 24-24. So, guys, how big is that touchdown they got called back because of the holding call? That would have put the Eagles up by 7 there. Of course, they finally did come back and get a touchdown in their third possession of the game. But now they don't have much time. And this is funny, I said this last year. We've seen the Eagles score in 17 seconds. And they have 45 now, which is how much time they had in the fourth quarter of that game last year. So eerily similar situations right now with 45 seconds left on the clock. In the second quarter this time, though, instead of in the ball game. And so the Eagles will have another opportunity to put some points on the board and go into the lead at the half. Right now it's 24-24. We are so happy that you are joining us here on the Red Sea Radio Network. Thanks for tuning in all season long as we present St. Joseph's Eagle football for you to enjoy each and every Friday night. There's the kick. It's going to be scooped up at about the 30. Niver, he's going to go to the outside. Niver spinning, turning, juking.
Nice little return by Niver down to just about the 35-yard line before he was brought out of bounds or forced out of bounds on that tackle.
That's the 35-yard line of Heritage.
Heritage 35, that's right.
So he crossed midfield.
Start. Yep.
So Freddie trying to kick it low, and as St. Joe's brought their deep return up, unfortunately the ball didn't roll past our deep returner, so able to flip that field, which is a good position for St. Joe's to be in. Aiden Cruz, even in last second, has the arm strength to get it to the end zone. So
St. Joseph trips to the left.
Somebody's going to be wide open.
Cruz standing there like a statue. He's going to get the pitch. Now the receivers come in tighter. Cruz, direct snap. Over to, that's Ramirez.
Ramirez, nice pitch to Ramirez.
Nice.
He carries it the far side of the field down to about the, 25-yard line before they forced him out of bounds.
About 9 yards on the play.
Yeah. Nice little pickup by Ramirez. And they loaded that far side up with three wideouts, and first they were split way out wide, and then they brought them in a little tighter and then ran that pitch to the outside.
I didn't see Ramirez even come into the offensive set, so now Ramirez is in play. That's another key tool for the Eagles. The pitch will come to Ramirez now. He'll pitch over to Cruz. He's going to throw it. It's going to be out of bounds, though.
Just out of bounds. I mean, he put it right there on the sideline, only where Bundy could catch it, though. I mean, that was thrown great because only Bundy could have caught that ball, and it was just out of bounds.
Mm-hmm. It's a good attempt by Colt on that one.
Absolutely.
So Sean, Ramirez gives them another weapon that they really haven't used so far this game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like you were saying before, you don't hold any weapons back. You know, we gotta make it. So throw another weapon out there on the field.
Now Ramirez goes to the right-hand side, along with Butnick and Umanzer. Pitch is going to be to Niver. Niver is going to elude the rush. He's going to elude the rush and go out of bounds.
Yeah, right. Just may have picked up one and then went out of bounds with about 17 seconds. Does
Hit out of bounds.
Yeah.
Got fourth down here.
Yeah.
Again, you don't have to get it all right here. Sure, I believe we have a timeout still. If you can get the first down, looks like about 5. You get the 5-yard first down, get a timeout or get out of bounds. It gives you a better chance. You still have some plays to get about 10 yards to the end zone. If you want to take a shot all the way here, that's fine. I'm sure Freddie will kneel it out.
Timeout is going to be to the Eagles, St. Joseph variety. And we'll go ahead and stay right here. There's only 17 seconds. We'll be thanking our underwriters at the halftime. Thanks for joining us here. Once again, we got a full press box here full of people. Sean Eubanks over on the far right, Steve Rayburn in the middle, and of course, Coach Alex Castellea just to my right. I'm making the camera do funny things over here, so I'm doing my job, and these guys are doing their job, and you're the audience at home, so you're doing your job by tuning in and listening, and we really appreciate you. And I was really nervous today, Alec. I don't want the season to end. I'm already missing football, and even if we go to the next game, I'm still going to be missing football. And it just seems like the season happens so quickly.
And it really does. And when you start the season, and really for TAPPS, you're starting it in 6-on-6 in the spring. So it's a really, really long season. You go from the spring into the fall season, and it seems like November, December never gets here for the playoffs.
Okay, now they're marking off a penalty for some reason. I didn't see a flag go down,
Didn't either.
Oh, they're setting up for a field goal. And field goal in 6-man, as we've learned this season, is 4 points.
And they move the ball forward like that?
So what happens is they move the ball 10 yards up because of the end zone. You have to kick it through the uprights. So there's an extra 10 yards in the end zone, so they move it up 10.
So you have to tell the officials you want to do a field goal. They make the adjustment on the ball.
Exactly.
And now Niver is going to get, and this is a great play by Forgione, because 4 points is huge here. As Niver gets set to, and now Coach Shipman is going to freeze him out, which probably isn't hard to do, figuring it's freezing already out here. So
Right.
But you're looking at about a 45-yard field goal for Peter here. That's definitely in his wheelhouse.
So does Forgione change his mind now? They'd have to reset the ball, of course.
They would reset the ball. I think it could come down to special teams here. That's the third phase that always gets forgotten about. And when you have a weapon like a Niver, like a Peter Niver that has the leg he does, and if you trust your long snapper and your holder to get it down, I haven't seen a lot of rush from Freddie on the extra points, and you get a little bit more space. I think he's seen the confidence of it, unless he has something where he's trying to go first, get that first down again, but. If he's confident enough to send him out there, I wouldn't be against him going out there and kicking it again.
No, we've seen him. He's a secret weapon, and I think they don't use it enough. Of course, they haven't had to in the regular season. Okay, here we go. They're setting up for the field goal, and it's going to be, 35 yards?
About 45.
45 altogether.
Extra 10 of the
Niver is going to be kicking it left-footed. Cruz is the holder. There's the whistle. There's the snap. The kick. It's up. And it is
Good.
good. Peter Niver, 45-yard field goal. Gives the Eagles the lead, 28-24. 11 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Man,
And
is
Steve,
that a weapon or what?
Is that a backbreaker this late in the quarter?
I wouldn't say for a Shipman-led team. I mean, that's one of those things those guys learn how to respond. But it's definitely something they keep in the back of their mind.
They're only giving. Oh, now they made it 28.
Hey, but here you go, though, guys. We put 4 points up, 11 seconds left. We go in halftime. We come back and we get the ball.
Right.
That's right.
So you go up in 4. That's not a backbreaker, but it's it's tough. You don't want to be down. You like to be even, if anything. And then you come back and you have to give the ball back to them.
Yep, and that could a potential 2-possession swing right there. If you go up 12, and that's definitely putting the other team in a position to have to play from behind.
Yep.
So.
And they were tied, so that's the way it was going to go into the locker room. So great call, and of course you can't make that call unless you have a Niver on your team. So most kids aren't going to be able to kick it that far. He made it though; didn't have too much distance left, but he made that kick, and now there's the kickoff, and that one's going to go. That's like a practice field goal for him.
Yeah.
I mean, really. In knowing him, like I said, I've known Peter since he was in like 5th and 6th grade. Always had a great leg. His brother was a great kicker for us, John. And he's had some competition the last couple of years with Mark being there and Trace Brightwell being around. We've been fortunate to have some great kickers, but Peter's really took that competition serious and really taken it to the next level. We see the dividends pay off for him there.
So 1st and 15 now for Heritage as they got the ball on the 20-yard line. And timeout is going to be Heritage once again, so that's got to be their last timeout of the quarter.
Either they saw something they didn't like or it needed a different play.
Well, I didn't notice what kind of defense St. Joseph's were throwing out there. I was more concentrated on the Freddie side of the ball. But I think with 11 seconds, don't you want to go kind of into prevent?
Depending on what you have, planned. Prevent will be tough. I mean, what I'll say, if anything, Coach Shipman, knowing that St. Joe's gets the ball, he'll probably try to make something happen. Other thing we'll see is probably him take a knee, take it in the half, and be able to fight in the second half. But with a long timeout right here, we're thinking of, with all his state championships, I'm sure he has something for this. So might see some kind of gadget play come out here, some type of reverse pass.
We saw that hook and lateral. They were setting up for it at
They were
least.
setting up
They didn't
for
hit it, but they set up for it.
So we'll be seeing formation and kind of what we're seeing here.
Okay, 1st and 15.
Going quads.
They're going to go quad to the left-hand side. In the backfield is Shipman all by himself. He's going to take the ball. He's going to heave it downfield. It's going to be intercepted. No, incomplete.
Nice breakup by Peter Niver there, just about the 35-yard line when the ball came down. He high-pointed that ball and did a great job.
Absolutely, and that was a very smart play by Wyatt Craven there as well. They both high-pointed it. Peter got undercut and actually secured the interception. If you notice on the way down, he was able to rip that ball out. It gives him another chance.
Yeah, Craven became the defender in that play.
Absolutely. So
we got 4 seconds left.
4 seconds. Here, okay, so we've called this a domino formation last year. We're going to see him potentially throw the ball backwards and then see what happens from that point on.
There it is. It's over on the left-hand side. Now he's scrambling. He drops the ball. Gets picked out of the tackle, though. Now he's running around. Now he's looking for somebody to throw it to, and he does right in the middle of the field. And he's going down to the 30. He's going to be throwing down, though.
No more time. That's into the half.
As the half ends, wow, what a crazy play there.
Yep.
And you were right, Alec. They're going to try and make something happen. Shipman's going to pull something out of his back pocket. And that's exactly what happened there as the Eagles run off of the field. And one nice thing about this facility is both teams get to go into a warm facility rather than sit out here in the cold. Last week, the Eagles got to go into the warm because they were the home.
Yeah.
And Devine had to stay out in the cold in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that stiffened them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Having not being able to go warm up. But the other side is that you get in and you're all warm and stuff, and you got to get adjusted to that temperature on the way out again.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
We're going to thank the underwriters right now that bring you this sports telecast as we want to go one more week into the season. Hopefully it's the state finals, and we got one half before we figure out if that's going to happen or not. You're listening to exciting St. Joseph Eagle football right here on the Red Sea Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Lone Star Roof Systems. No jingles, just roofs. Lone Star Roof Systems.
Wings and more. Great wings and so much more at Wings and More.
Fast Signs. Fast Signs. Make your statement. Taking care of signs and graphic projects across the Brazos Valley since 2005. Fast Signs.
Dawson Rodriguez, attorneys at law. From personal injury cases, navigating complex oil and gas transactions, to real estate litigation, Dawson Rodriguez protect your interest every step of the way. You may visit them at dawsrodlaw.com.
Let's see if we can make this work right here. Calling us in is Phil Sotolongo from his sickbed. Phil, are you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. How you guys doing?
Hey,
all right,
Phil.
there he is.
You don't sound sick, Phil. You need to come out here.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm running 101 fever. I wouldn't give that to anybody.
Oh.
I mean, it's not good. It is not fun all day and Thanksgiving in the bed. So,
well, you know what? We could use 101 right now because we're freezing up here in the press box. So we'd be hugging all over you and getting that 101 degree.
Telling you.
It's kind of chilly
I
up
love
here.
the conversations y'all are having. Coach Costaleja in there, man. That's great to get his view on all this stuff. And Sean and Steven and you guys, man, what a great job you guys do. just outstanding.
Well, you should be here, but you're sick, and so
No.
we wanted to. So when I was talking to Phil earlier, I said, "Well, let's just bring you in at the half.
There you go.
We have the technology."
That's right.
And give him a call at the half and visit with the sick boy.
Hey, get you in here, brother. We need to hear your
I think
voice.
you're supposed to visit the sick, aren't you? Isn't that one of the?
That's right.
The church says you go and
you don't want to get what I got.
Go visit the sick, and so we bring him into the show. So the field goal by Niver, that was we only saw that once so far this year.
Hey, I just remember, what I remember is 8th grade when I was coaching the 8th graders. After practice, Peter Niver would be out there for an hour after practice, after everybody went home, kicking field goals.
Wow.
And he's just a work of art, that guy. He's just what a football player. He puts his head down and he goes after it. And, man, I just love how the guy plays. He's the Superman out there, dude. He's Superman and Superman.
Yeah.
He can do it all. I mean, there's not many people kick a 45-yard field goal in a game. Yeah. So he's one of those few Tigers that can do it.
Man, he made it look easy, buddy.
Huh?
He made it look easy too, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, he makes it look so easy. But it's those hours he spends out there, kicking, and that's what these kids, need to know. Oh, yeah, the guy can kick. Well, he kicks because he's out there, hour after practice kicking, and he makes it work. He's just a great player. What a great kid.
Yeah.
I like how Forgione's running Cruz and Walker West in there first. And then I'm sure we're going to get a load of Ramirez here at the second half,
Yep.
So,
well, Ramirez, they brought him in the second quarter, Sean, right? And started banging him in there. And he's that kind of runner that is a bruising type of runner.
Mm-hmm.
With the cold it is out here, you're only going to want to hit him once or twice. And
that's right. You're not going to want to get in front of those big dudes.
Right, and then you got to call your mama, and she's not going to be happy.
And you're going to wish you had 101-degree fever.
Yeah. But thank God for Maria. She's doing a great job with me. I mean, she's incredible. Taking care of me. So
now she's
got her.
Nurse Maria.
The new mama.
Just another career for her to go into.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So none of the Sotolongos made the trip out here.
None of the Sotolongos did, man. We just couldn't do it. We came back. We spent Thanksgiving at my sister-in-law's house, and I stayed the night there, but I could not get up there at Thanksgiving. I could not even get out there. So I had a fever, and I was like, and I was just like, hey, let's just go home. So Maria put me in the car, and we came back.
Yeah.
And so I'm good here. I went to the doctor today. I'm on antibiotics already, so hopefully I get better and kick this thing.
You know what I told him, Steve?
What's that?
That's what happens when you get old.
Oh, man. He just went there, didn't he? Man.
Oh, my gosh.
Thanks a lot, Gil. Thanks a lot, Gil.
Phil turned 60 last week.
Old man.
And now he's an old man, and he's already filled with disease, and I don't.
You can't party like you used to.
Yeah, right.
No, can't do it that's for sure.
Well, hopefully you're going to get better by next week, and we get one more playoff game. I am excited to get into basketball and. Talking to Sean, of course, he joins us on the away games for Eagle basketball, and the girls have already won their tournament this last Thanksgiving tournament, right, Sean?
Correct. Saturday, we Thursday and Saturday had a tournament in Conroe, and the girls took first place easily.
Smoked all the teams, and as good as they were last year. Now they've all matured a little bit. They've gelled together. They only lost one player.
Correct. Yeah, my oldest daughter, Anna.
Some Eubank girl.
She was okay. No, and the juniors from last year that are now seniors, they've been playing 4 years and they've been playing together. And when they play together with their volleyball, basketball, track, they're always together all year long. So they know each other, they read off each other, and now they're all seniors and they're playing really well.
Well,
That's awesome.
I'm looking so forward to their run, and I think they're going to go deep into the playoffs on the basketball side.
Well, if that Conroe tournament is any example, we probably won't pick them up. I was shooting for December 3rd, but that's like tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to still be in football.
Yep.
And but we probably realistically won't see them until January. They really pick it up, and they have 3 or 4 home games right in a row, and that'll give us a chance to get out there. So Phil, what else did you like on the first quarter there? They had scoring touchdowns back and forth, and the second drive of the Eagles took 3.5 minutes.
Boy, that's one thing I was noticing, or just listening to the game. You want to control the clock big time. You want to take 30 seconds off before the snap, and you want to run it, stay in bounds, and just eat the clock. Give them less chances to score. Even at the end there with that 17 seconds, they got 3 chances to try and get it in the end zone. So it's control the clock with this coach, because that's what he's trying to do to us. So I just think we got to control it, and I think Forgio's doing a great job at that, because he's running the football a lot. It seems like they're staying in bounds. So, man, if we can do that, I think we can pull this out.
Yeah.
And Forgione coming on the field right now as they're starting to blow up the Eagle tunnel, preparing to run through that. So we're getting ready here for third quarter action, Division III semifinals. Phil, thanks a lot for joining us here so much, getting you out of your sick bed, and tell Maria thank you for letting us abuse you on the air and make fun of you. And all the other things.
I love you guys. Thank you.
Love you too, brother.
Go St. Joe's.
And I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to fill your shoes. I hope I'm doing half the job.
Love you, brother. Hey, you get well, man. We need you on Thursday.
Hey, love y'all.
Take
care. Thank y'all, man. Be good. Be good.
There he is from the sick bed. Phil Sotolongo joining us here on the telecast. As we get ready for third quarter action. We got just enough time, I think, to thank an underwriter, so let's go ahead and do that right now. You're listening to the Red Sea Radio Network.
Made Pro, locally owned and loved in the BCS area since 2009. That's Made Pro.
C&J Barbecue. The C is for Chip, the J is for Joe. The barbecue, it's for you. C&J Barbecue.
Serve Pro of the Brazos Valley. We make it like it never even happened. That's Serve Pro.
Krause Paint and Body. If you need good quality auto body work, consider Krause Paint and Body. Remember, it's your car and your choice where to have it repaired. Krause Paint and Body.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium, right here in the beautiful town of Rockdale, Texas. You're along with Gil Dominguez, Steve Rayburn, Sean Eubanks, and we just heard from Phil Sotolongo. He had to take that thermometer out of his mouth just even to talk to us. So.
Yeah.
So that was nice, but he's home. I was going to say he's nice and warm inside. We're freezing, but
I think he planned this. Yeah. He planned this sickness.
But he's got the 101 temperature, so that's not going to be fun for him. And we wish him all the best as he recovers. And like I was saying before, hopefully we get one more game out of this season. 24-20. No.
Okay. Yeah, 28-24.
28-24. Oh, yeah, we're on the other side of the scoreboard. I see it now. 28-24 is your score here as we begin third quarter play in the Division III semifinal matchup
And as we were saying at the top of the show, Eagles won the coin toss. They deferred to get the ball in the second half, so that's what they're going to do. They have the lead. They're going to have the ball. They've proven they can stop Heritage, Steve, and at the same time, Heritage has stopped them. And so really what it's going to come down to here, I think, is execution and who wants it more going into the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, I agree. And the one thing that was tough on us on that 1 4 and out was the penalty, the untimely penalty.
And here's a kick now. It's going to be a little poochie kick, picked up by Umanzer, and he's going to go over to the left-hand side. Oh! Tripped up, but he's got a penalty flag on the play.
Yeah.
Zeke Shipman with the tackle, shoestring tackle, as he was going on the outside. The flag was right there where he tackled him, so I don't know what the penalty is going to be.
Looked like a clean tackle.
It would have to be some kind of block or something.
Well, he did come in from out of his field of view back towards him. Well, nope, it's going to be on us. So there you go. Some type of a blocking penalty of some kind. I did not see that. The only thing I saw was kind of a low shot on Umanzer.
Yeah, no, there was nobody even around him. So the ball's going to be at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will start their first series of the third quarter. They were in tight. Now they spread out. Here's Cruz. Cruz in the backfield looking, eludes one tackle. Now he's going to pass it over to Walker West. Walker West going to get past midfield. Walker West bouncing off tacklers like a pinball machine. Walker West.
Man, he just come up about a half a yard or a yard shy of moving the chains. That was a nice little run by Walker West. And a great check down by Cruz.
I would hate to be the guy that has to tackle Walker West.
On the first play of the third quarter when you're freezing.
That's
okay,
right.
Here we go. Second down and about 1 now. Here's a quick little shovel pass over to Walker West again. He's going to get the first down this time.
Man, and number 12, that's the tackler's Fields Culver, and he's got 80 pounds on Fields Culver.
Yeah, and he's only a freshman.
Yeah.
So
that's not a great position to be in.
No.
That little shovel pass, little Walker West has worked well tonight. I'd like to see a little more of that.
So 1st and 15 now for St. Joseph's as they get deeper into Heritage. There's a pass downfield, and it's going to be a little short right at the goal line.
And was that Bundick? Yeah, that was
Bundick.
That was cold. He was trying to find that far side, that front corner of the end zone, and it was just a little bit, it kind of hung and was a little bit behind him.
The way Bundick just jogs like that back to the thing, it reminds me of Hutka.
You're right.
The way he used to run.
Yep.
You could always tell it was Hutka out in the field. Okay, there's the handoff, and now the pitch to Niver. Niver can't get around the outside. Stops, goes up the middle now. Ball's out of his hands, though, and picked up by Heritage.
Yep. They're going to recover that fumble about the 22-yard line. I don't know who got that thing poked out of his hands, but the guy that was kind of trying to bring him down from behind poked that ball out, and it hit the turf. Heritage is right there on it. So that's going to set them up about the 32-yard line, 1st and 15 from on their 22-yard line. Sorry.
So Heritage gets the turnover, first turnover of the game, other than not making a first down. Shipman goes under center. He's going to hand off straight up the middle, and he'll get brought down after a gain of 2.
Paul Johnson is right there on the money. He may have got 3.5, 4 yards on that carry, but Paul Johnson crashed down from that end position and brought him down.
Welch, the ball carrier for Freddie, as Shipman comes in with the play. They break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. Tight formation. 2 men on the line with the center. Shipman under center. He'll take the direct snap. There it is. Now the pitch out to Welch again. He's going to get bottled up. He's going to come back the other way. He's going to be able to turn the corner and get to the outside, trying to run him out of bounds.
Man, the pursuit by the Eagles saved a score right there, particularly by Colt Bundick, who escorted him out of bounds after he picked up about 20 yards or 22 yards there, but they're gonna have the ball about the 34-yard line, 1st and 15.
As the crowd all of a sudden goes silent. Well, that was only for a second.
Right.
As the Eagle fans with the black pom-poms right in front of our position make their appearance known. Here's a handoff now up the middle, and that one's going to go to Evans. No, Williams.
Yeah, Williams.
Gabe Williams, number 40.
And right there to meet him was Paul Johnson and David Hagerman, and I believe Noah Manzer came up as well. But he only picked up about 1.5 yards right there. So that was a great bit of defense by the entire Eagle squad right there, not letting him break that thing outside.
Yeah.
So is it just me, or is the temperature dropping?
It's dropping, buddy. It's dropping.
I don't think it's just you.
All right, just wanted to make sure I wasn't catching Phil's cold. There's the pitch back now. Quick pass over the middle. It's going to be complete. Open. Down to the 20, 15, down to the 10-yard line. It's going to be White Craven.
Peter Niver there with the saving tackle. About the 8-yard line brought him down, but they're going to have enough to move the chains, and it's going to be 1st and goal from the 8.
So Heritage taking advantage of the turnover when the Eagles got the ball back in the 3rd quarter to start the 3rd quarter, burning some clock, and are now 1st and goal. 28-24 is the score with 6:17 remaining here in the 3rd. So they break the huddle and go up to the line of scrimmage. Tight formation. Chipman's going to be off the snap. Now he's going to hand it straight up the middle.
And David Hagerman was right there to meet him in the hole. That was number 5, Bridger Welch, and he met him in the hole, wrapped him up, and brought him down after a very short game.
So Eagles need to get a solid defense here, goal line defense for them.
Yeah.
As it's going to be 2nd and goal now for Freddie.
We got about 6 yards to go.
Freddie wearing the all-black uniforms. I haven't described them tonight. St. Joseph's Eagles in the blue pants and the white top. Here we go, 2nd down. The pitch is to the outside.
Oh,
he's going to be able to go make the corner. Touchdown, Heritage!
And we got over leveraged there on that outside edge, and number 3 unfortunately has plenty of speed and speed to burn. Quattro Stewart takes it to the end zone, and we just got a little sucked up on the inside and didn't contain that outside part of the field there, far side.
Well, and this is where you just cannot afford a turnover in this game, in a game like this, when both teams are even. There's the extra point. It's going to be intercepted.
All right.
They did not try to kick it. That was unusual.
It was a little high, and I think in it being a little bit high, they kind of stared at each other for a second.
Yeah.
And of course, then they ran a fire drill. So
right.
But a manager saw it go down and stepped in front of that conversion pass and picked it off.
So that is going to make a very funny score right there. 30-28 is the score, and you don't see too many 30-28 games here. Just like we don't see very many 85-point games that we've seen.
Right. So we've seen several this year.
Yeah, that was just a just off of a kind of a high snap. It really wasn't gosh awful high or anything, and I thought they kind of gave up on it a little too quick. But that's how it shakes out in football sometimes.
Well, the point after touchdown, very important.
Absolutely.
I'll take one of those. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, you have to fish it out for me. I got gloves on and
There you go.
thermal wrapping, and
Everybody's layered up. Layered up.
that's it. Okay, here we go now. Kicking the ball is Heritage to the Eagles. He's going to go out of bounds, picked up by Umanzer on the far side.
Yep. And again, that little bit of a pooch kick got him down about just about the 38.
Okay, so Eagles.
Sorry. Yeah, 32. Sorry,
Eagles
32.
dug themselves a 2-point hole here on that fumble and recover by Heritage. Here we go. Over the middle. There's Niver. That little slant pass was complete, but he had nowhere to run afterwards.
Yeah, they set him up. He lined up here on the outside, near side, and kind of ran a tunnel screen back towards the middle of the field. The blocking was there. Then one of the defenders stepped up and cut that route off. He broke it back up the field for just about 5 or 6 yards.
Second down now, trips to the right. Cruz in the backfield. Direct snap to Cruz. He's looking, he can't run, he can only throw. He's looking, he's dancing, he's moving. He's standing in the pocket. Now he comes to his left. Now he's looking for the relief valve. Now he throws it to Walker West. Walker West is going to make a Niver move and get up close to the first down.
Man, that was a nice little check down to Walker. Walker did the rest of it with his legs. It's going to be a 3rd and 1.
When in doubt, give it to Walker.
Hey, he's a good runner, and the problem is his size. When it comes to defenders, they have to make a choice of how they're going to attack him to tackle him, and that's not always easy because he usually has people outside.
Okay, here we go. 3rd and 1. Cruz. Oh, illegal procedure.
Oh, man.
Yeah, somebody moved a little early.
Yep.
That's going to back it up.
Legal procedure.
5 yards.
It's
going to be
St. Joseph Eagles. It'll make it 3rd and 6 now. 4:04 remaining here in the third quarter. Winner moves on to the state finals. Next Thursday is that game up in Waco. Eagles down by 2, 30-28. There's the snap to Cruz. Fake handoff to, and now a pass is going to be broken up. Stewart breaks up the pass to Niver, and a great defensive play by him.
Yeah, they were sitting on spying on Peter then.
Yeah.
And there were a few other options to go with that ball, but Peter's so much. I mean, once you get the ball in his hand, the magic starts happening. So, not necessarily a bad check down to get to Peter. It's just made a great play by Quattro Stewart.
Yeah.
Okay, there's going to be 4th down now, and whistle blows before the play gets going.
Timeout.
Timeout.
Timeout called by Heritage.
Yeah,
Tim Shipman wants some time to think it over, make an adjustment.
Yeah, they want to see what we're going to line up with.
Well, that's why he's won 37 championships.
I think you throw a different wrinkle at him right now.
We did change the lineup on that last play, though, from previous. So maybe that threw him off a little bit. Who knows?
Yeah. Well,
talking to his defense and talking to him on the interview, they brought in a whole new defensive coordinator. Good friend of his, Chris Turner, came in, and they redid the entire defense after last year's game, Steve.
Yeah, they do have a different approach to their defense, and I will say one thing, and they are still aggressive. They do come after the ball, and they put a lot of pressure on the ball, and I think in six-man, to be successful, you got to do some of that, right? And that's one thing that they did successfully last year and this year.
Okay, here we go. 4th down for the St. Joseph's Eagles. Ball right at the 39-yard line of Heritage. There's a snap to Cruz. Cruz looking. Now he's going to get away from a tackler. Now he's going to throw it over the middle.
That's going to be too short.
Yeah.
And it's going to be caught by Niver.
A couple yards too short.
Yep. Ball's going to go over on downs. He threw it just a little too short, and Peter.
They're giving him a favorable spot, though, with his forward progress, but it's going to be a turnover on downs for Heritage.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Well, the illegal procedure penalty pushed them back where they couldn't make the 1-yard play.
Yep. You get behind your chains like that, and you're trying to make up for it, and sometimes that can get a little tough on the offense.
And so that's 2 errors by the Eagles this quarter that's allowed Heritage to take a 2-point lead. Now they get the ball back, and on a direct run by Welsh, he's going to pick up about 7.
Yeah, it was a good stop by Paul Johnson right there. He came crashing down from his end position and wrapped him up and got him on the ground after about a 6-yard play, pickup on that play. They do lean heavily on ball control and running that ball up the middle. They're not a big passing team. We do have to play a straight up defense, and when people come at us, wrap them up,
Shipman under center now. Going to take a direct snap. There it is. Handoff directly up the middle. He's going to break into the open.
Wow. He might have gotten a first down.
That's good enough for a Heritage first down.
Yes, it is.
And that's right, again, right up the middle. Crashed the ball in right up the middle.
And, they only get 6-7 yards at a time, but you do that over and over and over, you're going to march the ball down the field.
Bridger Welsh with that burst up the middle, busted right through the line and got into the secondary where he was brought down, but not until he had enough for the first down.
We just brought a little size in the middle there with Walker West.
For Heritage. Now there's a pitch. There's a big rush now. They get the ball over to the outside.
Wide open to number 4.
40.
Blocking the back. Yeah, 18.
Gabe Williams, the ball carrier, on the little pass.
Yeah, big block. That's going to come back. A big block in the back out there on that far side of the field.
Forgione out there talking to the official for a second. Now he's talking to Bundick.
All right, they're going to mark that ball about second and about 17.
And McCullough's blocking back on the offense. That'll back him up.
What kind of penalty was it?
Blocking the back.
Oh, blocking the back.
Yeah, again, we're talking about the guy out on the edge trying to set a block to spring his guy. And it's difficult when the guy keeps changing up on you, and so he kind of got behind Peter and gave him a shove from behind.
2:12 remaining here in the third quarter, 30-28 in favor of the Heritage Eagles. Winner advances to the state championship game next Thursday. Eagles Heritage has the ball right now. And looking at 17 yards to get the first down. He's looking, he's going to pass, he's going to be caught right off the ground. Fingertips riding him out of bounds like a Bronco.
Man,
Welsh, the ball carrier.
Paul Johnson saved that thing for going for a first down. And if he wouldn't have, he would have picked up that first and could have got a touchdown. But well played by Paul. He just they just leaked somebody out and got him behind the defense and got him out in the open. Just flicked that ball to him, and it's third down, not second down. I don't know why the chain still has second, but it's third and about 2.
I don't know. I don't know if they have the hometown chain gang out there or not. Hopefully the officials are keeping track of that. There's the pitch outside.
Somebody got going a little early there.
Uh-huh.
That's going to move them back about 5 yards.
Chain gang still showing second down.
No.
False start on the offense that was backing up 5 yards. And we will replay second down.
Maybe the scorekeeper is just watching the
It's-
sign.
It's right on the scoreboard. It's about third and about 6 or 7.
Okay, so we got conflicting down markers here on the scoreboard versus on the field, but the game goes on. Hopefully they straighten it out. Shipman gets the ball. He's going to pitch it out. Now he's looking to pass. Now he's going to run over on the right-hand side. He's going to stay in bounds.
And a 3-4 Stewart with the carry on the near sideline.
Gets hit by Johnson.
Out of bounds by number 34, Paul Johnson.
He stepped out of bounds before he got that first down.
For
But
Heritage, first down.
he was about a yard and a half shy of that first down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But
Well, they got the down marker right now
yep.
because it's first down for Heritage.
He'll be at about the 15-yard line, first and goal.
And it'll be first and goal for Heritage.
So it's a gut check time for St. Joseph Eagles. The second goal line stand that they've had here in the quarter. 55 seconds remaining here in the third. Shipman under center. He'll take it. He'll hand it off. And it's going to be a burst up the middle after a delay. Swarm tackled by the Eagles.
And number 3-4 Stewart takes it up the middle.
Quattro Stewart took the handoff, stopped in the backfield, backed up about 2 yards, and then waited for his guys to get some blocks down the field. Then he took off again and picked up 6 yards and just patient running, just kind of waiting for things to kind of happen in front of him.
And Shipman just burning some clock here. He's
we're
going to
gonna
let
go
it go
fourth
all the
quarter.
way down into the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Once again, good clock management by Tim Shipman. He's a master at taking time off of the clock. As we count down to the fourth quarter, we'll let you know that it's 30-28 now in favor of the Heritage Eagles. You're listening to St. Joseph Eagle football on the Red Sea Radio Network. Prosperity Bank, the big bank with your community's bank inside. Prosperity Bank, member FDIC.
Reedfield Meats and Deli, your tailgating and party headquarters for hand-cut meats and party trays. You may visit them at reedfieldmeats.com. Reedfield Meats and Deli.
Strata Auto Repair, your total car care solution. If it has wheels, we'll work on it. Strata Auto Repair.
Kellybert Dozer, your down-to-earth company for all your site work excavation needs, commercial or residential. Proudly supporting the St. Joseph Eagles. Kellybert Dozer.
All right.
Fourth quarter action about to begin here. 10 minutes of football left in the season for one of these two teams. And it's nervous time, Steve.
It is. It's a 2-point spread in the game here. And, of course, Heritage is up by 2. And, we're not playing bad. It's just that turnover, that fumble was costly for us. And then we've had a couple breakdowns in our defense and given up some big gains to Heritage. So we'll see what the guys have right here, see if we can kind of bow up here at the in the shadow of our own goalpost and get a stop.
That's what you were saying last year. I forgot all about that bow up.
Yep, time to do it right here.
Time to bow up here. as Heritage has the ball. And the Eagles need a goal line stand. Here's the throw out to number 3. That's going to be Stewart.
Yeah, good tackle by Peter. Caught him out there in the flat, wrapped him up, got him down about the 5-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and goal to go from the 5. Let's see what they can dial up here. He's about to send the play in with number 2, Zeke Shipman, coming into the game with the play.
Shipman under center. He'll come out now. He's going to roll to his right. He's looking for somebody to throw it to.
Oh.
And jumping up in the air.
Peter missed that pickoff right there.
And capturing that ball is Welsh.
Man, that's tough.
For a Heritage touchdown.
I thought Peter had great position on it. He just, he might have overran it just a little bit, but he's such an athlete. I thought he would have had that one. But it just, game inches, and we missed that pickoff just by a couple.
So Eagles unable to score in the 3rd quarter. Fall behind by 2. Now first score in the 4th quarter by Heritage. Makes it 38-28.
Man. All right. Well, we know what the work we have in front of us we need to be doing, so time to get out there and get after them a little bit. And I think we're better. I think we're better athletically than most of their guys, and I'd love to see us push the ball down the field. Now we have the wind a little bit. Just go ahead and push the ball down the field and see if we can get a little action going with our offense. I think we kind of been throwing things a lot shorter, 5-10 yards. But they run kind of a shallow zone, and I think we can get behind it.
Yeah, we just need to make sure we stay on their number 3 and number 5, and they're good players.
Yeah.
Number 3 being Stewart, and number 5, Mr. Welsh. But really, it's the 2 mistakes that were costly in the 3rd quarter.
Right.
The fumble by Niver, and then the penalty, illegal procedure, which took them out of the getting the first down, and gave the ball on turnover on downs. So now kickoff to the Eagles. It's going to be Bundig is going to run it out of the sidelines, though, at the 30-yard line.
Yeah. Old Colt, he almost slid that thing. He was far side, scooped it up, gathered it in, and brought it near side. And if he could have got just outside a little bit, I think he could have turned it up and maybe got a few more yards out of it. But, man, they played that very well on their special teams, all that coverage. So we have the ball with the 31-yard line. Yeah, 31-yard line, our 31-yard line, 1st and 15.
9:03 remaining here in the 4th quarter. 9:03 remaining in somebody's season as Cruz sets up Walker West to his left. Shotgun formation. Snap is to Cruz. Cruz eludes a tackler, comes out. Now he throws it over the middle. It's going to be caught. Umanzer.
Very nice play.
Nice pitch and catch from our 30-yard line down to their 20-yard line. Very, very well ran. And that's just a crossing route coming from the far side of the field, cutting all the way across the field and coming out in the open about the middle of the field between the 2 hashes. And a Cruz, he delivered a Cruz missile right there for the completion.
A way to break the tackle, too, to make that.
Absolutely.
So Cruz scrambling in the backfield bought him some time to make that completion. 1st and 15
for your St. Joseph's Eagles, moving left to right across your radio dial here at Tiger Stadium. Cruz in the backfield now. Looking, standing, dancing, looking. Now he throws the ball into the end zone. In and out of the hands.
Jack's Hall Pirate, he had it and then lost it. And you know, that ball's hard to catch right now. As cold as it is, it's going to feel like it's hard as a brick. And he just missed reeling that thing in, but he would have been in the end zone.
That was touchdown Eagles as they set up again. Second down now and 15. There's the snap to Cruz. Cruz looking. Now he's dancing. Now he's standing in the pocket, moving his feet. Great offensive blocking, and he blocks him into him, and he still gets away, looking for Walker West. Somebody pick it up. Now there's balls to Niver. Niver's going to break out to about the 15, the 5. He's going to be all the way down to the 3-yard line on the far side.
That's going to be enough to move those chains, and then they're going to go first and goal from about the 2.5 or 3-yard line.
He hesitated, and then he took 3 guys down and made another 5 or 6 yards.
Niver willing himself to victory here for the Eagles as he caught that ball. It was a low pass, too.
Yeah.
He had to dig it right out like a shortstop.
Yeah, he did. He dug it out, and he did the rest of it was all on his feet.
Here's the snap to Cruz now. Now they're going to give it to
there's
number 20!
Ramirez!
He was untouched.
Yep.
Untouched.
That's what you want to do with Ramirez when you need a short yard, and you give the ball to Ramirez, the human tank, and he just rolls over people. Nobody even wanted to touch him, and just like that, the St. Joseph Eagles are back on the board. And this is the kind of Eagle football that we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck happened in the third quarter, but I'm going to have words with Forgione, I think, after this game is over. And
I'll let you do that.
We're going to find out what's going on. Okay, setting up for the extra point. High snap. It's going to be a missed extra point.
Yep. Yeah, we missed that one. It was a high snap. Just couldn't get it back down, so they tried to throw the ball out to Ramirez for the conversion, and it just a little bit short. So we're going to be down 38-34.
That 4 points differential with the field goal is now a detriment to the Eagles as we're down by 4. So a touchdown, of course, puts you over. Another field goal ties it up.
Yep.
And we're just going to have to wait. But that is Eagle football that we just saw there. Moving down the field, those crossing patterns, completions. And you got to wonder, Steve, like I was saying in jest, but where did that go in the third quarter?
Yeah, I don't know. So sometimes you're throwing back into the wind and you try to do some different things with the ball, and you try to change it up a little bit to see if you can catch them in a tendency on the defense or whatever. And it's just it's trying to see if you can out snake them a little bit, and it is what it is. And we made some mistakes, so we didn't help our cause making the mistakes we made. So
here we go, Niver ready to kick off to Heritage, and it's going to be a booming kick.
Man, Peter
through the end
zone.
Yeah,
parks out back in the end zone
in the parking lot.
Yeah, man, that guy can kick. Well, it's time for defense to do something here. Like they did in the first half, they got a couple stops and took them to 4 and out. And it's time for defense to do it again. It's time to play all out and get that ball back for that high-powered offense to score.
Well, we've proven it before. We make our stops.
Yeah.
We're good.
Oh yeah. No, we definitely have the defense to do it. We just need to dial up the right plays and put the effort in and get it done.
8:17 remaining to go to the championship game. Shipman under center for Heritage. There's the snap. He'll take it. Quick handoff up the middle. Going to be swallowed up by the Eagle defense.
Oh, I thought the ball was on the ground there for a second.
Or a misread or something.
Yeah.
No, it was quick.
Yeah, it was just a quick handoff, but yeah, they didn't get anything out of that. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 15 for them.
So Eagles ready for that play.
Hopefully we can do it again.
Well, clock is becoming an issue with 7:47 remaining in the game, and Tim Shipman loves to burn that clock.
That he does.
So you can look for plenty of that as there's the pitch. Shipman takes a snap. There's the pitch. Now he's looking for somebody to throw to, and he's going to catch 18 right over the middle.
Man, Noah Manzu was in a great position. He got his head down when he was running, but if he would have kept his head up and was watched the guy who threw the ball there, he had a real good chance at a pickoff.
Stewart threw the ball to Khalib Williams, who was open down the field in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Which is very common in 6-man because there's a lot of field out there, Steve.
Yep, a lot of field and not a lot of bodies. So, we overran that just a little bit, but I like the aggressiveness. It's eventually going to lead to somebody making a mistake.
Right.
Okay, here we go. 1st and 15 now. For Harris,
like
ball
that.
on the ground.
That's what I'm talking about. Yep, just
You called it.
come at them hard, and that little bit of just something easy is snapping the ball. When you got pressure coming, it makes people do things.
Well, the ball went through the hands of Shipman.
Yeah.
And as we were saying, it's very cold out there.
They lost about 3 yards on that play.
As Dad Shipman sends the play in to Zeke. True freshman, quarterbacking the Heritage team here in the semifinal game. Under center now. There's the snap. There's the pitch out to number 3. He'll throw it over the middle. Oh, ball's on the ground after the catch.
He fumbled the ball.
Ball's on the ground after the catch.
Yeah. He had the ball fumbled. Yes, Peter Niver recovered the fumble.
First down, turnover for the Eagles.
Way to go, Niver.
Wow. And that ball was to Christian Evans.
Yep. And he took off running with it. I think he hit it with his own thigh pad.
Oh, yeah.
And the ball squirted straight out. And he made about 3 or 4
Coach
strides.
Shipman arguing the call on the sidelines, but it was pretty bang, but he did catch the ball, made a football move.
Yep.
And then the ball came out.
Made a couple strides laterally across the field before the ball popped out. And I think he knocked it out himself.
Well, we'll have to be looking at that one at instant replay. And now timeout is going to be called by the Heritage. And that's the turnover that the Eagles needed. That's the turnover that we gave them in the third quarter, and they went down to score. And that's something you just don't want to do in the semifinals.
And now we need to capitalize on that to keep to keep going.
Well,
it reminds me of the final basketball game that we did last year when it was our ball to take out, and the clock was there. It was all you had to do was bring the ball in, and we were unsuccessful in doing that, and gave them an opportunity, and they sank a 3-pointer pretty much at the buzzer to win the game and send us home. And I was sick for about 3 days, I think, after that.
Oh, I know I was too. That was Anna's last basketball game.
And not a good way to end it.
Yeah, you don't want to end it that way.
Hopefully here we're going to have a different outcome. 6:03 remaining. Right. Eagles just got the ball back on a turnover.
Well, let's see what we can do with it, guys.
1st and 15 now for the Eagles. Time for Forgione to pull out his bag of tricks. Trips to the right now, Cruz in the backfield. There's a little pitch over to...
A nice little carry by Ramirez.
Oh, Ramirez.
He gets about 7 yards out of that. Just a pitch to the near side of the field. He just rest of it was on Ramirez's legs and nice little pickup.
So you replace Walker West with Ramirez, and you gain a lot of advantages. One is speed, and he's like a big old lineman anyway, Ramirez. He'll be in there blocking. There's the quick pitch and a big tackle right there. Wow.
Who was that?
They read that coming. That was number 12.
Fields Culver.
Fields Culver.
And he lost a few yards there on that one.
What a big play. He knew that was coming.
We'll bring up a 3rd and 12 for us.
And he was right there as soon as they pitched it to Ramirez. So they're already wise to the fact that if Ramirez is in the game, he's going to get the ball. 3rd down now, and about 12. Here's the snap to Cruz. Cruz dancing, looking. He's going to throw it downfield.
Wide open.
Man. And I don't know what they bid on, but they had their eyes in our backfield, and Noah Manzer just got behind them. I mean, he was like the first guy out to practice, standing out there by himself.
And there wasn't a guy within 10 yards of him.
No.
1st and 15 now for the Eagles. They can get a first down at about the 4-yard line. There's the pitch to Ramirez. Ramirez going to go up to the right-hand side. He's going to bash somebody. He's going to fall forward, fall out of bounds at about the 25-yard. No, it's the 15-yard line. Now they're going to mark it at the 17.
The clock's still running, though. I thought he fell out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he came down inbounds, but then rolled out. Yeah. And if he's forced out, they'll keep the clock running.
Okay.
4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Eagles on a drive to take over the lead here in this Division III semifinal game after falling behind by 2 and then by 8. Cruz throws away his towel.
Oh, man.
And an illegal procedure call.
Yeah, we jumped. That's going to move us back 5 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd down and about 18.
Well, the good thing is that it stops the clock.
Yeah.
4 minutes, 1 second remaining as the Eagles reset. It's really a 1st and goal anyway. It doesn't matter about the first down. I mean, you can get one if you get to the 4, but at this stage of the game, you need to get a touchdown. Cruz pitches. Ramirez up the left-hand side. He's bashing over one tackler. Keeps on going.
He's got the first down. He's got the first down.
Wow.
Ramirez won't be denied.
Wrecking ball, Ramirez.
Flag down.
Uh-oh.
About middle of the field.
All this excitement after the Eagles picked up a fumble from Heritage, and now they're burning their clock themselves as they try to go ahead and make a score to take the lead in this ball game. Now it's 3rd down and about, I'm going to call it 25 yards at least.
Yeah.
Trips to the right now. Cruz in the backfield. With him is Ramirez. They're blocking. He's running. Nobody eludes the rush. He's looking downfield. He's going to throw it over to the end zone. Cole Bundick caught it. Touchdown, Eagles!
Wow.
What?
Flag on the play after the touchdown.
What?
I don't believe they're going to call excessive celebration.
What happened? I missed that one.
It had to have been after the touchdown. There was no flag before the touchdown.
So the touchdown stands as they set up for the extra point.
They picked the flag up?
No call on what the flag was all about.
No idea.
So that makes it 40-38.
Yep.
St. Joseph's Eagles ahead with 3:29 remaining as they set up for the extra point. Niver ready to kick it through. High snap again. They're going to call fire drill.
Derek Mersman. Derek Mersman with the conversion.
Mersman with a one-handed grab in the end zone.
Very nice.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
In the
catch
back
by
of the end
Mersman.
zone,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. That was a beautiful catch by Mersman. So did they just pick the flag up?
I guess. The ref never did even call what it was going to be.
Yeah, I have no idea.
41-38. 3:29 remaining. Heritage is going to get the ball. Oh, they're going to assess the penalty on the kickoff as they move the ball all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
That's okay. Niver can put it through the end zone.
You would think that he could still reach the end zone from there. But there is the possibility of Heritage gets to run the ball back right here, which would give them some advantageous field position. Penalty after the touchdown, though, and what a touchdown kind of took the thunder away from us talking about Budnick bringing in that ball.
It looked like he grabbed it. It flew up out of his hands, and he grabbed it again.
Yeah. Second catch, caught it and brought it in. It was crazy.
Niver getting ready to kick off now to the Heritage Eagles, and it's going to be a Poochie kind of kick. It's going to go out to the 30, and they're going to force him out of bounds.
About the 35-yard line or so.
That's the first Poochie kick Niver's kicked all evening.
Yeah, I guess you do that, see if they're paying attention. If they're not, then they're just kind of going through the motions. Maybe you get out there and you get your hands on it, and
you don't want to risk the big run back with kicking
absolutely.
it deep or whatever like that. So something like that, you're going to give them. You're going to put the ball in the hands of your defense.
Yeah,
it's up to the defense now to create a turnover, get an interception. If they decide to pass. Okay, here we go. Fans in the stands pounding on the bleachers, as you can hear. 3:24 remaining.
Have a jump in the backfield, yeah. You had a jump in the backfield there. It's going to back them up another 5. It's going to put them up, about the 33 or 32-yard line.
So the 12th man does its job here at Tiger Field.
Yeah. It's going to be the 3 minutes, 24 seconds.
As Heritage jumps before the snap, moves them back 5s. And now it's going to be first down and 20.
Our computers are shaking up here. The laptops are shaking.
For Freddie. You can probably maybe even see it on the tripod. Fumble on the play! Fumble on the play!
They covered it.
Yeah.
Shipman unable to handle the snap.
Loss of not another 2 or 3 yards. The clock's going to run.
He's going to come over and talk to his dad now. Pushes him back in there and says, "Let's get the first down, son."
That's going to be
in the huddle. 2:59 remaining. Second down.
About 22 yards to go.
And 22. There's the snap. There's the pitch. Out to number 3. They're going to tackle him right in the middle of the field.
Nice.
Yeah.
Quantrill Stewart.
He got a few.
Had the pitch.
Got 4 or 5 yards of that back, but they're still at third down and like 17.
Yeah, they're still 2 yards shy of the original spot.
And it's 2 minutes, counting under 2:25 now. Clock's running.
Eagles need a stop. Heritage needs a first down. 2 minutes left to see who goes to the state game.
They changed their formation.
There's a pitch back to Quantrill. Quantrill running to his left now. He's going to get around the outside. He's going to get past the defenders, and he's going to go all the way down to the 20-yard line before he's run out of bounds.
Yep. And the clock's still running because he slid. He was still in bounds when he slid and fell. So it's inside 2 minutes now. 25-yard line, 1st and 15, Heritage. And
down by 3.
Yep.
Call a timeout.
Yep. Coach Ford's going to call a timeout. Don't blame him. I wouldn't let them sit there and milk every last second off that clock. Like that's what they were intended on doing, and getting the last play and trying to win it with the last play of the game.
Well, in the interview, Coach Shipman said that people were going to get their money's worth.
Yeah. Oh, he was right.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it costs to come into the game tonight because we get in for free.
Yeah.
But 3-point lead by the St. Joseph's Eagles with 1:49 remaining in the game. If you don't like this, you don't like high school football.
That's right. They still have 3 timeouts on either side of us.
Right.
So we don't even know how many they actually have.
Yeah.
Well, this is what you hope to play for right here.
Right.
Big excitement, big game.
It's not going to be easy.
No, big playoff game, big night.
Heritage breaks the huddle. They've got the ball at the 25-yard line. Shotgun formation. There's the pitch back. It's a double pitch. Back out to Welsh on the outside. Big screen block.
Oh, come on.
Unable to get him. Now they bring him down.
That's what they're doing. They're just running around. They're trying to burn as much clock as they can, and then they're going to try to take a shot at the end zone or try to kick a field goal and see if they can win it with no time left to give us.
I'm not sure if they have that kind of field goal kicker, but if they did that, they would win by 1.
Yep.
Right.
And that's what Shipman said in the interview. As long as you're ahead by 1 at the end of the game, then so it's everything that and this is really where the coaching battle is. Forgione said that Shipman out-coached the
better teams,
the Belleville team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In that victory. And so this is a battle of the coaches right now, what we're seeing here.
In this play.
Yeah. You know what? At some point, they're going to take a shot with throwing that ball. And this just might wind up being Noah Manzer or Peter Niver's day right here.
Second down.
Let's hope so.
Shotgun formation. Shipman's going to get the snap. There it is. There's the pitch. Back to number 5. Now he's going to try to run. He's going to try to run. They got him bottled up there in the middle. He tries to go right up the middle, and he does. And he hurdles one player.
That's a minute and 18 seconds, and they're down to the 10-yard line, and that stopped the clock because he ran out of bounds.
Who did he hurdle? Was that Niver?
I think he hurdled Niver.
I think it was Colt.
Oh.
So.
Clock is stopped at 1:18.
In this part of the game, every time they carry the ball, you can get anywhere around them. You go after that ball. You start hacking for that ball. Get that turnover.
First and goal for Heritage. Ball on the 10-yard line. 2 receivers out to the left. Shipman in the backfield. There's the handoff. There's the pitch. Over to the right-hand side. He's looking for room to run. He's all bottled up.
He went over there and scooted down on the ground to let that clock keep running. And it's 1:02 and still running down. That's what they're hoping for. And then the second down and goal to go, and it's under 50 seconds when they snap this ball.
Second down right now for Heritage. Eagles have to bow up, and they're going to get him in the backfield. No, he escapes. Now he's down, and he's going to score. He's going to slide down before the touchdown. He could have scored the touchdown, and instead he slides to the ground.
Yep.
They did this last year.
Yep.
Did the same thing last year.
The only problem with that is you get that, you know, every time you hike the ball, every time you hand it off, every time you throw it,
there's always a chance.
There's always a chance, and that's the problem with that logic is that if you have one miscalculation, one mishandling the ball, all of a sudden you're out of time too.
So Forgione huddling up with the Eagles on the far sideline. 30 seconds remaining. Heritage could have scored right then, failed to do so on purpose, slid itself down at the 3-yard line.
And at 30 seconds, why don't you run the ball in?
You know, I don't.
The points.
I don't get it.
Hey.
You could still hold them.
Yeah.
And so we'll see if that's a good strategy for the Heritage Eagles, or was that a mistake not scoring when you had the opportunity? As the Eagles break their huddle to come out to the field now. And they're huddling up. 30 seconds remaining. Ball on the 2-yard line. Season on the line for both of these teams here in the semifinals. There's the snap. There's the pitch to the outside. He's going to get bottled up. He's going to get bottled up and lose 5 yards.
Cole Bundick and Peter Niver were there waiting on him. And it's 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 13 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Chip Sherman's going to call a timeout with 1 second remaining.
All right.
Okay, that gives him time to do one play.
One play.
Mamma mia.
Yes, sir.
You know, Coach Shipman knows how to work a clock. I'll give him that.
Oh, yes.
And you know, that's a form of strategy.
Absolutely.
That's what Forgione was saying in his interview.
Absolutely.
Clock management, working it down, putting the pressure on everything and everybody. And that's like you live or die by the sword.
Yep.
Is exactly what that is.
So do you think that, well, they're going to have to.
I don't think at all right now.
We've only got 2 seconds left. That's not enough time to think.
They're going to have to throw that ball, man.
Well, after losing all those yards, they took them right out of the 2-yard line.
Well,
if they come out and try to kick it.
Well, they got number 3, number 5. They got some. They've got some plays that they could make.
Sure.
Yeah, those pitches the outside, the runs, they've been very effective for that in this final drive of the game. It will be the final drive, and now we are here at the final play of this game. Down by 3, there's the snap to Shipman. He's looking to run now, he's looking to pass. He's going to get hit once, going to be thrown into the end zone.
He caught the ball.
Touchdown, Heritage! To win the game with no time left on the clock. Wow. Reese Baker. We haven't called his name all game. Reese Baker with the touchdown catch.
Yeah, well.
And it'll be the Heritage Eagles moving on to the championship game on Thursday. An unbelievable turn of events here in the fourth quarter. And for the St. Joseph's Eagles, they get to the dance one more time, just like last year. And it comes down to one play. And what a year for Coach Forgione, Stephen, his very first year as the Eagle coach.
Nice run into the semifinals, they played a heck of a good season. After the start this season, going down by 5 games early on, to make it this far and to really mature and come together as a team like they have. Yeah. They had a great season.
Coach Shipman personally thanking each and every St. Joseph's Eagle player as they go by him. He knows how this feels. He was there last year as the Eagles defeated them. And really, this is what sets up a great friendly rivalry between these two schools.
Just hoping for the best for next year, and it was a fun run. Enjoyed it.
Well, we hope that you have enjoyed it as home as well, as we've brought these games to you for 12 weeks. Started in August. We've been all over God's creation here in Texas and put a lot of miles on the beast.
Yep.
And even Lynn let me use the good car a couple times. So that was fun, too. And just want to thank you, the audience. We do it for you at home so you can enjoy the game and not have to be out here in the freezing weather or make the long trip, but want to follow the Eagles. Sean, thank you so much for coming out tonight and joining us in the reserve.
You're very welcome.
We lost Phil, and I looked at the bullpen. I said, give me the right-hander. and Sean came in, and it's a good warm-up for you for basketball, too.
Right, and we're praying for you, Phil.
And we're going to see you in the basketball season. Steve, our football journey has come to an end, but that means we're just going to be warm inside the Eagles' nest.
That's right.
For some basketball.
We're going to change sports, and we don't have to be outside freezing anymore.
and so for the audience at home, thank you so much for joining us each and every week here on the Red Sea Radio Network as we get to sign off for the last time as your Eagles go down in the semifinals. 44-41 is the score. So for Sean, Steve, and myself, this is Gil Dominguez signing off for the last time this season. You've been listening to exclusive coverage of Eagle football right here on the Red Sea Radio Network. We'll see you next year, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
But it wasn't against Heritage.